Yeah, true. It's possible. It's very possible.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Nice.
I think we're pretty quick on our feet, people for sure.
Yeah, true.
All
Yeah,
right.
of the things that we said,
Yeah,
the things that I want to touch on were um
dude,
we
I brought spoons to
yeah.
eat steak. What the? What's going on, all you sexy subscribers? It's the Medium Rare Podcast back at it again. This is episode 14, 13, whichever one it is. I'm here with my man Rafi, aka
What's up?
the Medellin Master, aka
Yeah.
Rap God, aka. Do you have any more AKAs that you wanna?
AKAs.
Yeah,
Sid. That's what
Sid.
Sid. Just
What?
Sid.
Wow.
Sid. Rofik. That's another one.
Uh huh. Okay.
That's like Bengali nickname.
Solid.
Yeah, yeah. Probably those two. Those
Okay.
two. Yeah,
Solid.
yeah.
Solid. All right, we got two grass finished ribeyes that we're gonna cut into. Let's see how the inside looks. Let me know if that's
Oh yeah, that looks good.
yeah. All right, let's cut into this one. Oh, perfect. Nice. That's what we like to see. All right, I'm gonna cut these up, and we'll just cut them up and eat them family style here in a second. But while I do that, we were talking about a few things
Yeah,
downstairs.
a few things.
Started off with autopilot cars. Talked about your living in Colombia for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the first thing that you wanted to start with?
Hmm.
Do you remember?
So the first thing that I had talked to you about when I came in was my relationship with weed.
That's
And
right. That's right.
that has changed and how I feel like in certain situations with new people, lately I've had a lot of anxiety to the point where I met some new people this weekend and I smoked more than I'd
Come in just a
initially
little bit.
anticipated.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I just had to leave. I had to leave.
Yeah.
I was just getting really, which is not like you were saying, like, oh,
It's like
it
out
doesn't
of
seem like
character
you.
because
Yeah,
you're very
exactly.
like the first time we met it was like super social, very chill, like, and I don't know if you had like pregame if you had smoked before then.
I think I might have because
Yeah.
usually it's been a pretty friendly thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, and I think maybe the texture of the experience has changed as I've gotten older somewhat, and I've had like new experiences that have contextualized it. Where now I think one thing that I like about it though is that sometimes that anxiety is good because it's revealing some underlying stress and like that's why I used to like take it on the bus or take it in planes and stuff.
Something some inner stuff that
Yeah,
like,
you can
yeah.
work through that struggle. But I think sometimes it's just not that, sometimes you just want to hang out with friends or meet new people.
And it just feel good.
Yeah,
instead of
and
having
not,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
not feel like you're under siege.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
a
yeah.
great. I think that's a great way of saying it too, because a lot of people that talk about like mental health issues, it's like that's what it feels like. It feels like
Yeah.
their body is like being attacked. Type
Yeah,
thing, like
exactly. Anxiety for me lately has been like that. It's like a feeling of and I think like it's weird that weed can help it, but also can aggravate it in a way where it's like there's some optimal, and I think with certain people I feel comfortable with, I can do it and it's pretty good. But lately, it's just changed how I can like smoke. So I think
Right.
that for a while I may even just stop smoking entirely.
Yeah.
Because I do think that there's certain aspects of productivity I can't do deep work when I'm smoking. I can do shallow work.
That makes sense. It's hard to
Yeah.
focus for a long period of time.
But I do feel like there's a different kind of like creativity that you have access to, like
Yeah.
different. So I like that headspace quite a bit.
It activates a
yeah.
different part of your brain compared to like our usual like 9 to 5 work.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, yeah.
If you've ever heard of like Buddhists talk about the field of awareness as like a literal field, and then you have like
Yeah.
the spotlight of consciousness,
Right.
where your mind and like let's say your mind flits between a few things at once, like
Right.
oh the steak, the conversation, like oh I feel my clothes, so like I got this new shirt or what, like I feel that on
Feel
my
literally
body.
everything. Yeah. Feel free to dig
Yeah.
in, by the way.
For sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think like it slows it down, but you're like your spotlight goes to different places. It's
All
just
over
like,
the map in a very
yeah.
short period of time, type of thing.
It's weird, but I feel like it goes to places that I wouldn't go.
Mm.
It fixates in new places. It's a disruptor.
Right.
Kind of what we were talking about downstairs of like pattern disruption, right?
Mhm.
Like how travel can do that.
Yeah. When you go to a new city, you're not familiar with like the surroundings, and it kind of makes you like not snap into something, but like snap out of something,
Exactly.
which like maybe is like the same feeling of like pattern disruption when you're, I guess, when you're like smoking with somebody new for the first time. But like as you said, that's like a recent discovery you had, right? So the only take I like could give on this was because like I've never smoked, so
Respect.
right. Well, yeah. So like, I don't know what it exactly feels like, but I've had that like that similar feeling of like self awareness where you're kind of just like very present in your body type of thing, and you can just feel everything that's going around. And sometimes you just can't feel anything, you know. But the way I got there was just not like it wasn't like in the moment like meditating. It was like consistently meditating over time, and then just being out with my friends one night, or like wherever I was. And I'm just like, wow, I'm like here.
Yeah.
I'm like completely here.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you ever heard of like you ever read Eckhart Tolle? Did we talk about this last time?
Potentially, I have read Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
I went on like a pretty deep like meditation and mindfulness kick for
Nice.
a while. I joined like so I had tried to do a startup out of college. I dropped out, and then I dropped out of school. The startup failed, and me and my girlfriend broke up, and I came home just like depressed and like almost like so sad. I was like bedridden for like a couple of weeks.
Oh wow.
And then around that time I like kind of remade myself, and I started going to a Shambhala Buddhist like meditation center.
Wow.
And so I got really I was meditating like 20-30 minutes a day, and then every week like for 1 or 2 hours on Sundays. And there's a couple of moments where
That is interesting. And that was like a 3-4 month period.
that was like a 2-3. So I would say that that period of like 3 to 4 months of intense like learning, reading, meditating, I have been profiting and benefiting from that period of 2 to 3 months for the
Still.
past like 2 to 3 years. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how like that's like that little time devoted? I mean, when you're going through it, like 90 days is not little time. It's a long time, especially when first time you try to meditate and sit down, all these thoughts like come at you and stuff. But like 90 days of that meditation and stuff is just still paying dividends today.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that
insane.
nuts?
It's insane, and I would say that the benefit, like I see a comparable analogy is like training for 5Ks, and like if you're getting into running, you should be doing some daily running, and then
Right.
maybe training for events and stuff. So I think like doing retreats, like going to like centers. I genuinely believe there's some kind of energy when you're around people who meditate, like in a group, like a
Yep.
larger group of 5+ people.
Yeah.
There's something different when all of these people are focusing in the same way, like if you're at a stand-up comedy show and everyone is fixated on, or even a movie. Like I saw Top Gun recently. Something.
Oh, the energy of the people there.
The energy of it changed. Even if the audio was shit, even if the TV was small, like it was tiny, like something about the energy of all those people makes it different. So I think it's the same with like any kind of skill, and meditation is a kind of skill.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, talking about waxing poetic, I've not been meditating lately.
Dude,
like it.
I know. We've literally talking about downstairs a little bit, but yeah, it's the easiest thing to do, but it's the hardest thing to do at the same time. Because you can find 10-15 minutes. Everyone has 10-15 minutes in their day. But, like, it's how we choose to take advantage of that time. You know, like, if I set an alarm for, like, 9 a.m. to wake up and hop on, like, a meeting at, not, like, today I set an 8:55 a.m. alarm, 9 a.m. meeting, literally just, like, got the crust out of my eye, hopped on my laptop,
Yeah.
started my day, right? But if I had set that alarm for, like, 8:45, sat in my chair, put on some, classical music, closed my eyes and just zoned out for a little bit, or just like zenned out for a little bit, and then hopped on the meeting, the day would have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Not like crazy, but like if I do that consistently, and I'm sure you've figured that out too, you're like, you don't need that much time
Yeah,
to
it's
meditate.
true.
Like
It's
10,
true.
15 minutes, 30 minutes, like you said, can just go, like you're still feeling the benefits today
Yeah,
of
exactly.
your years ago
Yeah,
meditating, right?
Well, I would say that the benefits I feel were because, like in that period, I recruited, I got a job, and those benefits were all like monetary. I wouldn't say that, and some of them have carried over. It's kind of like if you get really jacked and then you lose all your gains, your muscles still retain.
Been there, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's yeah. Same.
You too, right?
Really, it's gone, but I know I can get some of that back. And the same thing with the meditation. Like I am not mindful at all, but there's some part of me that has learned that awareness, and even in moments of like supreme mindlessness, I'm still like, oh like I'm still aware. There's like a dimly lit light back there where it's like, oh man, like that is off for some people, right? Like and some people would argue that that's bad. Sometimes that light can make you more self-conscious and then like feel anger or frustration about how you're doing. There's like there's someone, maybe it was Alan Watts or somebody who was talking about like the person who kind of meditates versus like someone who's never meditated at all.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
gets into like
Ignorance is
spiritual
bliss. Yeah.
yeah, and like there's this term in Shambhala Buddhism of like spiritual materialism, where like you get you start to acquire like the trappings of like I got like one of those good little gongs and shit, and you're sitting on a cushion, and you're like, listen, man, you should meditate, bro. Like like
Yeah.
you start to and then really you're worse off than before. But I think it's like you pass that cliff, and then you hopefully
You dip your toe in, and that's worse than not getting in at all versus getting in completely.
Yeah.
Type of thing. You're like right on the edge, like teetering.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
for many years that's where I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm there a little bit right now, but also like I've been in both places before, but I think I'm back in that. Not dipping my toe in, like my
Yeah.
arm is in,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, you got to slide into it.
you gotta slide in. Yeah, you gotta go the rest of your body into it. There's this thing. I think that little light in your head that like brought me back to this Eckhart Tolle quote that goes like, when you think or when you say out loud that you're not being present, that's your first step into being present because you're being self-aware of not being present.
There's some neuroscience behind that. When the frontal lobe, because all of those types of feelings of like mindlessness, they come from like the limbic system, like the more reptilian part of the brain. So when, like, even if you're feeling like sad or upset or angry, like you're frustrated at your mom for saying something, if you can like muster up the energy or the wisdom or mindfulness to say in your mind like, oh, I'm angry right now,
Right.
that like sends a straight up interrupt to that like reptilian part of the brain from the like more modern or the more like recently evolved like
Analytical brain.
yeah, the frontal cortex.
I think that's that creative thing you were talking about with the weed earlier too. Like that activates the creative side versus the analytical side.
So with that, I'm like, so what I was talking about just then is more like the straight up layers of the brain, but with that other analogy, that was more like how consciousness feels.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah,
Consciousness feels like you're this like some people call it like a cloud of sensation. Like
Right.
it's like the feeling of my elbows and knees and toes or whatever, and then
Feeling
also
literally
visualization.
everything.
Everything, it's like in this space, and then like I can shift around. Like if I say like notice your toes right now, then like suddenly that spotlight goes to your toes, or like, and you're feeling it all before, but it's like
but now you're like focused on it. Like the same thing of like nobody, like whenever you tell someone to focus on their, like not focus on their breath, but like whenever you mention breathing, like people are like oh crap, like I forgot that I like was breathing.
that I was alive.
Yeah, exactly. Like people do all the time,
Yeah.
but so it's just so easy. It's like you don't have to tell your heart to beat.
Yeah. If you
It's
did,
just-
we'd all be dead.
Exactly. Yeah. What if we just stop? Like
Same with the breathing thing. There's
Yeah.
some mindfulness master, I think, who has some quote saying like, if we had to remember to breathe, no one would
we
make it.
die. Yeah.
No one would.
Literally. Man, I love that self-awareness stuff a lot. So, where do you feel like your next step is? Like, just like you personally, like where do you want to get to on that, like on that front? So it like let's say if you like quit smoking weed for a while, like what are you going to replace it with? Like mindfulness or like some type of other activity or some other way to get into that same zone or.
So I think for me, I really want to get more into just like community exercise, like dance or like just working out more. I think like that's something that I've been struggling with here in Dallas that I was doing more of in Medellin and when I'm traveling. And for whatever reason at home, I find it very difficult. So I think like I would like to just focus on exercise and stuff. And then like long term, with meditation in general.
Yeah.
I have some vision to hopefully try to teach it. I think like for all of the things that I really like or enjoy, I find that like I can't really master them until like I'm able to teach them.
Right.
And the like imposter syndrome kind of starts to die down.
Yeah.
So I would love to at some point like in the next like 10 or 15 years, that's more long term, like teach meditation.
That'd be cool. Like
Yeah.
running your own retreats type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And I know friends of mine who have been in that space a little bit, and have like guided psychedelic retreats and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to go into that space because I think it's like some of the future is there. I mean, there's the future is in all these different interesting places: artificial intelligence and self-driving cars, and then crypto, and then one of my friends talked to me about like proteins made from compressed bugs.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. That stuff is pretty out there for sure.
Bro, I think
like
it'll
the
be
bug
huge.
protein.
It's
Like
just a marketing problem.
it
That's
is.
That's
It is. Yeah, because
If
nobody wants to
Kylie
eat
Jenner
bugs.
is
Yeah.
like, yo, check out my protein line.
Check out my larva lunch or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
like to be all right.
Yeah. Man, there's a quote on Money Twitter that was like, the whole side we follow, like all those guys are so against that shit. Like they're like, yeah, I will not eat the bugs. I will not live in the pod type of thing. You know, like the Silent Green thing. I think that's where it's from. But yeah, I talk about that all the time. I'm like, hey, don't let them convince you into thinking that eating bugs is cool. Like. It's like, yeah, but like, the food shortage and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, exactly, yeah, whatever, yeah. Like, just keep listening to CNN. And,
I really think that
whatever.
they'll start to shift. Like they'll shift the goalposts. More and more people will do vegetarian, vegan. There'll be meat replacements, and I think like it's going to be pretty bad. I think until there's like lab grown meat, and even that there's some potential issues with that. But I think if you can like at the like cellular level, recreate meat in a
with
lab.
the nutrients and the vitamins that are the exact same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's different.
That would hit different. I'd prefer, I'd still prefer it from the cow or the lamb, but at that point, who knows where we'll be
Yeah,
as just a species, because the world is looking pretty,
yeah, it's looking pretty bleak, man.
pretty shit right now, And that's the other thing. It's looking shit because of some of the stuff that we consume, like just like the sources that we consume our knowledge from. But then other sources, like there's all this like, because the news never reports like good shit. They only report like the bad shit. Like they only like talk about the bad shit that's already happened.
True, yeah.
And so it's like, there's this many like people that died in the shooting, right? It's like, but like how many people like, freaking figured out the next step to solving cancer or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yes, but no, like ratings wouldn't get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are more tuned into like the negativity side of things, but
yeah.
I feel like I talk about this, like not this exact same topic on every podcast, but like the you are what you consume type of thing. Like you are who you surround yourself with.
Oh yeah.
You are like what TV shows you watch. You are what music you listen to, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, there's that saying of like you're the average of the 5 people you interact with.
You're the average. Right? Yeah, your 5 closest friends, exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like a long tail of all the people you interact with, even like the barista at a coffee shop or whatever. If you see them enough, like there's
how you interact with them.
How you interact with them. There's like that. I think extends beyond just those first 5, but it's like how do you interact with every other people in your life? How do you consume the things you consume? What do you consume? Like I had an acid trip with a friend like a couple of years ago now, which is crazy to say that was a couple of years ago.
Time flies, man.
Yeah, straight up. But it feels like not that long ago. But I remember like reflecting on this after recognizing that certain things that I was seeing were from things that I'd mindlessly consumed. Like I'd seen a horror movie and I saw like imagery from that movie. I'd rewatched like Malcolm in the Middle. So like the camera angle.
Great show.
Oh, such a great show. But there's aspects of all of these things that I'd consumed, some things consciously, some things unconsciously, and they're all like a part of my subconscious, and like they appear, they like bubbled up.
Yeah. All the stuff that we watched as like kids, like from Dexter's Lab to Phineas and Ferb, like
exactly
all that stuff, like SpongeBob, dude. Like I can't go 2 days without saying a SpongeBob reference. Yeah. Like with my friends, like I feel like almost exclusively talking that shit sometimes, and it's like, that show, like, definitely, like, I mean, all those shows definitely dumbed us down a little bit, but also, like, we wouldn't be who we are today without them. But, yeah. But then there's other shows, like, Peaky Blinders and Billions and, like, Ozarks and I don't know what else, whatever other shows that are like that, like really make you think and like
Yeah.
really
Breaking
entrench
Bad,
you in the
Better Call
story.
Saul.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah, sure, you can pick up the personality of SpongeBob when you were like 7 years old, but then like if you're 22, 24, and you're like watching Peaky Blinders and you're picking up the micro habits of Thomas Shelby,
Yeah.
you know, you can like I think you'll do pretty well for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like the dude is like very confident in himself, and
Yeah.
that's something that I feel like present day people are lacking.
Yeah, I think so, but I
yeah.
think like all of these things are an idealistic mirror in a way that like art is so interesting to think about and reflect on, and I think like sometimes like characters like that maybe they represent the lack of that in our like
Society.
population in our society
Yep.
because like it's what we idealize and what we aspire to. Also, if you've seen The Boys, that show.
I've seen the first episode.
Oh,
It's about
yeah.
those superheroes, right?
Yeah, it's about corrupt superheroes
Yeah.
that are managed by like a corporation or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's
yeah.
one character who's like this corrupt Superman, and I was kind of thinking about probably when I was stoned. I was thinking about how definitely when I was stoned. I was
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
thinking about how that character of like that corrupt Superman. It's like so telling of our time, like of our like 2022 and the society now,
Yeah.
and how we don't trust anybody. All the politicians are corrupt. Like we're all super like nihilistic and jaded. Of course, Superman is like an egotistic prick that like has mommy issues, right?
Yeah.
Like it just makes sense. Like that would be our Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all of that type of art is interesting. But I've lately been interested in trying to go like outside of the mainstream as much as I can when I can. That's
yeah.
part of why I'm interested in living in a different place, like trying something different. If everyone's going to New York, shit, I'm gonna go over here. Or like I know a friend of mine who he like bought books like at random bookstores on the bookstore owners recommendations and just like kind of just like shook up his. It's the same thing like pattern disruption, right? That we're kind of talking about with people.
Opening yourself to different perspectives that are not within your line of sight. I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Like broadening your line of sight. Yeah.
Exactly, and out of your comfort zone and out of what's typical. I think, like, because now a lot of this, like, and I still haven't seen Peaky Blinders. I know a bit about it. I really want to see it, but I know if I'm going to start, I'm going to see all of it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like it's 6 seasons, 6 episodes. It's not terrible. It's not like terribly long. Yeah, it is pretty addicting to watch.
Yeah,
but I mean, so many shows present day are like. One show I really like was is The Last Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
You heard about it?
Is it like
It's like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones but historical?
Yeah. And I always say this, and it triggers people. I'm like, yeah, it's like Game of Thrones but better. And then people just like start going off on me, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah, Game of Thrones was all right. I think it fell off towards the end.
yeah. And the hilarious part is I've never seen Game of Thrones. I just
Oh,
kind of
wow.
make the statement. Like I just make the statement because I'm so confident about it because I love the show, dude. It's so good. But it's like really like positive, like male influential show, I guess. Like it's like this dude goes. You seen Gladiator, right? The
Yeah.
movie, bro. Like you know how like Maximus goes from being like a king and then to like a slave and then like he like fights his way back. Like it's like a very not the exact same, but it's similar story arc, but it's also like spread out over 5 seasons, and it's like. This dude has just lived so many different lives, and
Yeah.
like at the beginning of the show, he was literally a little kid, and now he's like a full-grown man, like
Yeah.
and just like, yeah. Won't say any spoilers, but it's a great show. Like it's so good. I got my dad to watch it,
Oh, nice.
and like
yeah.
he like binge watched it in like
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks. Like
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that you're right though. Like the Peaky Blinders thing, like if you start it, like. It's gonna be tough to like not finish
Yeah,
for a while.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also like normalized now for us. Like if you imagine before, if you told
Yeah.
somebody like early 2000, hey, watch all of this, like
Yeah.
watch all like the equivalent of like 36 movies, they'd be like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna, like
Right now, I'm gonna wait every week for it to come out.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Now it's like just normal. But I mean, with all of that, I've been lately interested in just like stories about like evil and how a man like becomes evil. That's why I really liked Breaking Bad, and I also recently saw The Sopranos.
Great show. Oh,
Yeah.
The Sopranos. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, dude, I think
Tony
like,
Soprano, right? That's the
yeah.
guy. It's a Chicago mob.
Yeah, yeah. He's the New Jersey mob.
New Jersey mob.
Jersey
Okay.
mob. Yeah, yeah. He I really like that show because like it explores him through like his interview. Like basically he does these like therapy sessions, right? And so it explores his like psyche through that a little bit.
You're gonna like save that so I can remember it later.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good. I mean, I think it hasn't aged as well because now like Breaking Bad or whatever, they're all informed by The Sopranos, so they're like better, I would say, because
They're all in.
they're all like they all took the ideas and like the core like premise of like this is a guy who we don't really want to root for, but we're rooting for, right? Like
yeah, like Walt White was like the guy. That guy.
I would say that Tony Soprano, that was like the first like anti-hero on like long form television.
Wow.
And there's like a scene where I don't think this is a huge spoiler, but he like strangles a dude to death who was like a good guy, right? And like it was like I think the network didn't even want to air it because they're like, this is a protagonist, like we can't risk people like hating him. This is like straight up criminal. He hasn't done anything straight up criminal on screen yet.
Yeah.
And I think like the director or like they had a showrunner that was kind of like the showrunner for Breaking Bad. There was just someone who was running all of the creative decisions. She's like, no, fuck you, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then they did, and that changed like television.
Wow.
So I think it's cool for like the historical impact, and also if you like mafia shit, right?
Yeah, I like Godfather.
Yeah, exactly.
First Godfather was really slow.
Yeah.
Picked up at the end for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, big fan.
Yeah, I've been really interested in mafias and like that culture because I think it's like it's been like adopted by corporations almost like
corporate mafia.
Yeah, corporate mafias.
Yeah.
And I think like it's like paramilitary pretty much, and so startups, groups of people like they're all like I mean to one degree or another they're like sort of function like that. So I've been really interested in that.
Love that comparison.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like I started reading the Five Families. It's like the history of like the Lucchese and the all the crime families in New York. And in the 70s, the five families of New York made more money than the top 10 corporations in the United States.
Wow. They ran it, bro.
It's insane. It's insane.
Like just like trafficking drugs.
Trafficking drugs, legal businesses, construction, like waste management. Like any dollar in New York, it touched the mafia's hands pretty much.
That's
like
crazy.
They were running New York.
That's something I've noticed in these mafia shows. Everybody starts off like with illicit and criminal activities, but their end goal is to always be legit and somehow make an empire that's completely legit and like get rid of like the criminal stuff.
Yeah, there's layers and layers. Even in like I mean, this is the story of like crime in general, and I guess like management too. Like you just slowly like wash your hands and move up and start doing less and just dictating things. But yeah, that's a long aside into it. I'm also interested in talking about like I told you about this AI thing I put in my car. I really want to like
on the Civic.
Evangelize.
Autopilot on the Civic, guys. It's 2022. Autopilot on the Civic. That's a real thing. Tesla, Elon, go fuck yourself.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I really think more people should know about that. I'm surprised that it hasn't blown up yet.
Yeah.
Part of it is you have to install it in your car. It's not like that easy.
Yeah.
And also if it crashes or it fucks up, then it's all on you. Like, cause it's really reliable when you install it. So I think there's not enough people probably will install it yet. But I think in like a few years, bro, I see
it'll be like pretty mainstream.
I think it'll be pretty mainstream.
You were saying it was like you said you have to have a Civic that's like 2017. I mean, in our case, since we drive Civics, Civic gang. EcoBoost, dude. Yeah. EcoBoost, that shit's clutch, man. I never turn EcoBoost off.
Yeah, same. That mileage though.
Right, 30 miles per gallon, and then some. Like probably a little more on yours, but
actually less because I drive accelerate so hard.
Oh yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick, dude.
I whip my Civic.
Yeah, whipping the Civic, bro. That's something you wouldn't hear in like 2009. You know, like you wouldn't hear that.
Yeah. True.
So you have this. You used like. It was like $1,000 project, right? You installed it yourself? Did you have somebody install it?
I installed it myself, so I found out about it from my cousin who is a machine learning engineer. And so he's really tapped into all this like machine learning stuff. So it's just a open source project. They sell like this $1,000 and now a $2,000, $3,000 piece of hardware. You install in your car. If your car is supported, you download the open source software. And they support like hundreds of cars now. And then you have to like it took a while. It took me like 3-4 hours to install it because I had to pop off stuff that wasn't meant to be popped off, like run cabling through like weather paneling.
Void your warranty a little bit, maybe.
Exactly, maybe. But basically in doing that, I have like an autopilot for my car that is about as I think it's Consumer Reports 2020 said it's like better than the Tesla stock autopilot. Like
Wow.
it's the best stock autopilot. Tesla has like the full autopilot. That's obviously better.
Yeah, the stock one, like that you just like
The
get
stock
the
one
base model.
yeah, the base model, the one you turn on, it's better than that one. So like for like I used it to drive to Denver, to Santa Fe, to Austin.
Like the entire time.
I would say about 80% of the way
Wow.
driving. Yeah, it's insane. Also,
That's crazy.
Also it like follows it watches my eyes. So when I'm not paying attention, like on the way here, I was like on my phone, whatever, looking at some shit. It's like beeping at me, but it's adaptive. So it beeps at you only when it determines that there's some kind of like threat, or it determines that you should be paying attention. There's multiple cars or whatever.
Are there like two cameras?
There,
Like
yeah.
on like one camera facing the road, one camera facing you.
Yeah, there's two infrared facing you,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like one camera in the front. And then the new one is like even better. The new one, their long-term goal is to support like because mine won't stop for stoplights yet, or stop signs and stuff. So I have to like so basically on smaller roads it's not as useful. But
Right.
the new one, I think in another few updates, basically like in a year or two, it's gonna do like stoplights, exits, like stop signs.
That's cool.
Yeah,
This one just drives straight. now.
this one basically is highway driving. I would say
Okay.
like highway driving, any kind of highway driving. If you do that kind of highway driving, like you commute 30 minutes or whatever to work, like anything above 30 minutes, bro, it's insane. Like it is like the $1,000 for like the improve, like it's been like massive improvement for like quality of life.
Huge ROI already.
Huge ROI, yeah. I'm mind blown, and every time I tell anyone about this, and I've straight up been telling everyone,
Of course.
it's mind blowing, bro. I really like. You should see it if your car supports it, and you should get it.
Dude, yeah, I'll take a look at it after we finish
Yeah,
up here.
yeah.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. I think so. The creator of this, he's like a young Elon Musk. He's like autistic as fuck, like kind of does his own thing.
So is Elon, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
is Elon, and he like I mentioned to you downstairs, like he was saying that the Tesla is like the iPhone, and then
Right.
this is like Android, and like eventually, Android got on all of the other phones in the third world, everywhere
Yep.
else, and he sees this as like that open source, like AI driving like platform.
It's like it's not like the Apple. It's like because Apple has a huge market share, but I mean, I still see Android phones everywhere. Too,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's-
And
they're big.
Apple has something special because they own everything, hardware all the way to software, just like Tesla does, right?
Yeah.
So they can make a perfect product in that way, like
Yeah.
all the way from the hardware to the software. But
This one will
Android-
have iterations for sure.
Exactly. It'll have iterations, but that also means it'll get like random cutting edge stuff first. Like Android had widgets and all that type of stuff first.
Customizable, like Apple, all that.
Exactly. So I think like that type of stuff, like I'm super bullish on that. And I think people think about autopilot like, and I'm waxing about this, I'm going off.
No,
But
go ahead.
I think like people think about autopilot like, oh, I'm gonna like turn around and it's just going to drive my car. The real revolution of autopilot is like it helps you with driving. Like it makes driving like
It's a supplement.
it's supplement, and like Comma's like slogan is make driving more chill. Like the company that
That's
says that.
good. That's
'Cause, like,
good.
most of driving is just like slightly hitting gas, slightly hitting the brake, like slightly turning or whatever. You don't have to do any of that. You just watch. And like if you're not
Steer.
watching, it like beeps at you if you should be watching, and then you don't even have to steer. Like you just sit there.
Wow.
I just watch and like listen to music or listen to a podcast, and then like if I'm like distracted for a while and it tells me that I need to make a turn or like slightly adjust or something, then it'll beep at me. So it's like super clutch. It's like very, very nice. I think
Dang.
it's straight up saved my life probably at least 2-3 times as well, because like there's times where I would have been driving normally, maybe distracted, and then it beeped at me and got me to pay attention.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. I definitely use that for like nighttime driving, like after going out.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I don't drink or anything, but like I had a problem with like dozing off sometimes.
Yeah, it's super good for that. 'cause
Definitely did that one time. It was like a 2K repair.
Yeah,
1K autopilot would definitely save me
Yeah.
some.
It's
Yeah.
wild, man. It's wild. That is one like lifestyle upgrade. That bidets, a couple of other
Bidets,
Yeah,
bro.
bidets
Yeah, those
are-
clutch.
a must, man. A must. That's like also $30 lifestyle upgrade.
$30.
Yeah,
Wait,
you-
the one that you install. In
Yeah,
your...
you can get one for $30. That
What?
you can install if you don't have one, man. Highly.
Dude, yeah, I need to get one like ASAP.
Yeah, they're
Just
so good.
Back home, like, you're from Bangladesh, right?
Bangladesh,
Yeah. So my mom is Bangladeshi, and then my dad's from Pakistan. But
Nice.
like we go back home. I mean, everyone lives in Pakistan now, but
Yeah.
yeah, bro. They call it like a Muslim shower, or whatever.
You have like
thing.
the handheld one or the one that's installed in
The one that's installed like by there, and then like
You-
spits
you-
out the water.
Oh, you have to hold the thing though, right?
Yeah.
So there's one.
You have one that.
Yeah, there's one you just turn the switch.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, it's like shitting in the future, man.
Dude, that's next level.
My
Yeah.
ass is so clean. You know,
Yeah, right.
any girl that I like would see long term, I would get them a bidet. Like,
Oh, wow.
'cause,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Because if you're gonna eat ass, I mean, it should be clean, right? Like,
If you're not eating ass, you're living in the past.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna eat ass, it should be a clean ass.
It should be, yeah.
Get a bidet.
Yeah,
That's
get a
why.
bidet.
Get your girl a bidet.
Dude, that is a fire. Like,
Pitch for a bidet,
dude, I'm gonna clip that like 2 minute when
Yeah,
you started talking
yeah.
about that, and then I'll just
bro.
We'll just make it
Everyone
a-
should have a bidet. I
Yeah.
remember, bro. Okay, one time when I first got a bidet,
yeah.
we had all of these like Argentine. So one of my roommates' friends was like Argentinian or Chilean. He was like from South America, and I had ordered this bidet, right? And it came to the apartment, and they were having this party, like all of these Argentinian girls, Chilean girls, or whatever. So I came out, and they're like, "What is in this box? What is in this box?" And they're saying with their broken accents or whatever. And I was like, "It's a bidet. It's a bidet." And they're like, "Bidet." And then they all started singing "Happy Birthday." Because they, and then I mean, there was a party, so I was also singing "Happy Birthday" because I thought it was one of their birthdays. And that's why they were there. So I was like, "Happy Birthday!" They're like, "Why are you singing?" And they're like, "Isn't it your birthday?" I was like, "No, this is a bidet, like for washing your butt." And then I tried to explain to them what a bidet was in like my English and broken Spanish, and then their broken English and Spanish.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to, and then once they understood what it was, they tried to steal it. Like one of the girls tried to, like, she was like, "I want this." And
Oh,
she tried
man, that's so funny.
She tried to leave with it. I was like, no, that's mine. But yeah, we installed a bidet in our apartment in college, and it
Oh,
leaked.
nice.
It
Oh.
leaked because we didn't install it properly. It
Ah.
cost thousands of dollars of damage.
Oh, that you had to pay for?
Yeah.
No
But
way.
still, it was worth
Where'd you live in college?
it
Is it the
West
21
Campus.
Rio? Oh, West
West
Campus.
Campus,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But it leaked, and we were on a higher floor, so it leaked and caused it like
Oh,
it really
yeah.
did damage. Yeah, yeah. You got to install that shit properly.
Properly, yeah.
But even then, I think it's still worth it, even with the cost, because
So you just turn it on. Where does the water come from?
so you plug it. It's like a pass through between the cable that goes to, because there's a cable that goes to the tank and fills the tank up. So you put like a little pass through, so water also goes to the bidet. So like the tank there, then it connects back, and then you like you just turn it on, and then it just sprays your ass
It
clean.
sprays just like from the
Yeah.
middle of the toilet seat. to
Yeah,
the
it
other
sprays
thing?
from the. It just pops out from like underneath using the water pressure, and just sprays and
At the
clean-
perfect angle?
At the perfect
Dude,
angle.
what?
Yeah.
Bro, the person who made that's like billionaire. Like,
You'd think so, but I mean the fucking big toilet paper, man, big TP.
oh, dude, big TP, bro.
Yeah, dude,
that
they
shit will mess
they
your
might
ass up.
demonetize you, bro. They fucking.
Yeah, that shit will mess your ass
Yeah,
up, bro.
yeah, straight up. Like the toilet paper, the fact that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry never changed the product, right? Straight
Never,
up,
never.
just marketing. It's just marketing. It's literally just toilet paper for your. It's just paper for your butt. Like that's all.
That's the
it
whole
is.
thing. And it's dry.
Yeah, and it's dry. Can you imagine the marketing genie? He was like, "Listen, like we got paper towels. What if we just marketed this? Same with water bottles and bottled water and
Oh,
stuff.
dude,
That
I
also-
know. It's
that's
literally just,
also
yeah, it's crazy.
Straight up, just a marketing thing.
Bro, literally, you know how brown people like wipe their ass like without if they don't have a bidet, like they fill up like the lota, like
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
the watering can
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
That's what I
Oh,
use,
yeah.
bro. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, dude, you gotta use
does.
water, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be walking around with
Yeah, with these white people out here out with dirty.
I don't
ass
get it, bro.
butts.
I don't get it, dude.
Wet ass pussy. What about dirty ass
Dirty
butts,
ass butts.
man?
DABs, bro.
Yeah. Lots of dirty ass butts out here. I'm not trying to see a dingleberry, bro.
Dude, right?
She could be the finest girl ever. If there's any dingleberries, I'll still do it. I mean.
You're peaching out. You're like, I'll do it, but I won't hit her up again.
Yeah. Bidets should have a renaissance now. I feel
Mhm.
like it's just an information problem. People should know about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about like I guess red pill type stuff. That's one for sure.
Mhm.
Bidets, AI, self-driving cars, and then crypto. I know you're at.
Dude, you're living in, man, we're all living in 2022. You're living in 3022, dog. This man is living in 3022. Also, do you have a green iPhone 11?
Yes.
Dude, that's what's up. That's my favorite color right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The screen colors.
Yeah. That like olive colorish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I really fuck with it.
That like Kanye has on all of his clothing.
Yeah. That kind of military almost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to talk about crypto. Yeah. I just remember I don't think we talked about it last time we linked up in person, but I remember I would just see it on your story. You were talking about like I think you got the ENS airdrop or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
And-
So I was thinking about doing like educational stuff with crypto.
Yeah.
Talking about it more in my story, but then I realized like the returns for that were not clear. I kind of just scrapped that and have been focusing more on like teaching individual students for money. So now, like, I quit my job. I'm doing like a tutoring and contracting business. I LLC'd up and everything, figured out my insurance, and I'm working for like maybe a third of my previous pay.
Hmm.
But it's nice to be able to do my own thing. I only
Have
work
your own
like,
hours.
I work like 8, 12 hours a week. And I'm making ends meet, and
Yeah.
now I'm trying to figure out like what my next move is, what other stuff I'm gonna do. So trying to work out like other contracts, and
Nice.
then I'm trying to. Why I'm going to Miami is because I'm hopefully gonna try to start something with a couple of friends.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, man, all it takes is one.
yeah.
One
True.
successful business, and then you're done
Yeah,
forever.
it's
That's
like
it.
you just got to be at the bus stop and catch one bus.
Catch
You know?
one bus, bro.
Yeah, bro. And I've missed a couple buses now, bro, with the crypto stuff. Like our
Yeah.
previous startup, like me and a friend of mine and a couple other friends, like I think we stayed in for another couple of months. Like all of the stuff we were doing, the NFT stuff in like 2018, 2019, bro, it took off. Like took off. Like
You were doing NFTs in
yeah,
2018.
there are companies that we talked to, worked with, tried to form partnerships with. They are they're retired type shit. You know?
Wow.
And that like it makes me want to
Hurts.
just it's
That
just
hurts, bro.
makes me want to quit. But I know it's
Shit.
just a matter of like continue. Like I was listening to that Mark Andreessen interview with Joe Rogan, the more recent one, and he was saying like when he did the first web browser back in like what the 80s or whatever, he felt like he was already 50 years behind on the computer wave.
Wow.
Right? He was like, oh, I was so behind. I felt like I was so behind.
Right.
And I think like you're just always gonna feel like that.
Yeah, you always feel a little bit behind. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I remember buying Bitcoin in 2017 when it was at 16K,
Yeah.
like just $100 worth, which was like a lot of money back then for me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then, I mean, it's still shit. It still is, but like back then it was when you're 21, $100 goes
Yeah.
a lot further than when you're 27,
100
and
bucks
so
is worth it.
yeah, and so I was like, oh, and then like it went down to like 15K before it shot to 20K. I was like, oh fuck this! I sold it, and I'm like, and it's like you just I didn't understand, and like I tried to get into like the altcoins back then, like using Binance, like back when you could
Yeah.
use it in Texas and in the U.S.
Straight up.
and just never bothered learning the actual technology until like 2021, until like last summer or like a little bit last before like May of last year when I started like researching into it. Like I read the Bitcoin white paper and I was like, dude, this is so cool. Like this is actually legit.
It's very approachable. Like, the white
Yeah,
paper. I think
exactly.
people
And then now
don't
it's like
realize
9 pages,
that. It's very short.
and it's like, okay, this is cool. It makes sense. And then I'm sure you've like read Bitcoin Standard,
Yeah.
like you know who Safety is, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
watch some of his stuff, like look up some stuff on Twitter, and you're like, wow, this is like pretty fucking legit. And
Yeah,
it will be legit in like 10 years. I mean, right now there's like some use cases, and I mean, if I want to send somebody wants to send like $7 million and not wait for a 3-day ACH payment,
Yeah,
like,
it's
through a
insane.
bank, like,
Like,
you can get it in minutes.
it's
So
it's crazy technology if you really think about it.
Yeah.
It like, I mean, the bear case against it, I would say, is that it's sort of like a political. So Peter Thiel talked about a bit about this in
Yeah.
his like Bitcoin Miami like commence or whatever the opening speech.
Right.
And it's sort of a political movement in some regard because it's like the antithesis of like centralized currencies.
Yeah.
And it offers like this whole like new market or set of markets in terms of transactions and stuff. But I think that if there aren't enough people to reach this like political critical mass, then it could potentially not happen. But I would argue that we are already, maybe even potentially past it, because there's so many institutional investors
adopters,
that have
yeah.
adopted, like Goldman Sachs, basically all of the big banks, all of the big
Yep.
accounting firms, all major corporate, all like transaction companies, pretty much Mastercard, Visa, Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah.
Like they all have some form of crypto or crypto payments or crypto
Some way you
teams.
can buy it. Yeah.
There's so many banks now that are like even smaller banks or new like asset driven banks that are trying to do like all different kinds of stores. So I think like we're past that point of critical mass, and so it's just going to keep going up. I think like Bitcoin, like how much impact that individual specific currency has, and where the value of it lies, it's relative to the rest of everything else. But I think like the technology and the value that it provides is like always going to be around.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
whether or
Of
not
course.
it's going to be like it's going to 10x or it's going to, because I think most people when they talk about this and people who ask me about, oh, you know about crypto, they're just trying to make a quick buck, right?
Yeah, versus
They're
being
like,
in it for the technology in the
yeah,
long term. Yeah,
yeah, they don't see this as an investment for themselves and their
yeah.
posterity or their future. They're more like, bro, I can make
How can I cash out?
200K on
Like, yeah,
Doge,
yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
fuck Dogecoin, bro.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, dude, yeah. Hold that thought. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna take this downstairs.
Okay,
We'll
bet.
crack into some honey, and then we'll start.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah,
we'll
honey
definitely,
sounds good.
yeah. I definitely want to. We'll take a deeper dive in this for sure.
Okay, bet.
Um,
But yeah,
dang, we're talking about yeah,
so many
Bitcoin,
things. Bitcoin,
Yeah.
crypto,
the technology,
uh,
the tech side of
the
Bitcoin.
tech side.
Yeah.
I also wanted to make the pitch to you about Medellin, like
Oh, dude, hit me.
straight
Yeah.
up, like moving there almost.
Yeah.
Or I mean, just straight up moving there. But I
Like
think,
visit, like
yeah,
Airbnb for a month type of thing. Working
yeah.
remote.
I
Yeah.
think like going back
Same
and
time
forth.
zone.
It's the same time zone.
Wow,
Same
that's
time zone.
big. That's good.
The weather, so they call it the city of eternal spring because every day is like 65, 70 there.
That's
They're
big, dude. I'm
outdoor
gonna write this down,
gyms.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're outdoor gyms with like pretty decent equipment.
Uh-huh.
Obviously beautiful women. A culture that I think is like way more open and way more honest and less like nihilistic, cynical,
Yeah.
jaded. Like if you go to a restaurant and you like enjoy like the food, you talk to the waiters and waitresses and stuff. They're like very excited to like serve you, and then like they'll talk about like you should get this or that, and there's like genuine excitement.
Conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they like not even just conversation, but I think like if you go to a random restaurant in America, the likelihood that your server is just like jaded and trying to deal with like a car payment or whatever, they're not like able to be as good of a
Yeah.
waiter as they could be,
Yeah.
because of all this other like socioeconomic
So
bullshit.
much stuff going on.
And
Yeah.
like I think over there, like the average person is living pretty good. Like they're getting paid pretty well. They can eat like quality groceries.
Yeah.
Like groceries are not like exorbitantly expensive. Like you can get like a steak, like pretty much grass-fed steak for like a couple of bucks.
Dude, that's
right? Like,
amazing. What was that? What was that word you said? Lifestyle.
lifestyle arbitrage.
Lifestyle arbitrage.
That's not my, that's my friend Justin. If
Shout out
yeah,
Justin.
shout out
If
Justin.
somehow you're watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow you found this, but yeah, I think he came up with it. I think he called it either lifestyle or social arbitrage, like
Arbitrage.
but just this idea that like there's an opportunity in that city. There's great like there's such a community of like expats, locals. Like there's all of this like so I know a mutual friend of mine like Melissa. She moved down there a few years ago. She lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
Got dental work for a couple $100. Fixed her teeth. She basically is like
Wow.
a professional level dancer now because she does like dancing lessons like 2-3 times a week. She hired a professional trainer as well that comes like 3-4 times a week. Brings equipment like super cheap. Like she's upgraded her entire lifestyle.
Dang.
If I was trying to do that, like even if I moved to New York and get all like the social benefits, the networking benefits, I can't like get a trainer. I can't go to salsa lessons like 3 times a week. I can't.
It's like it'd be $100 per
Yeah.
everything. Like
I have to start making 500K a year if
Yeah.
I want to do any of those
you
things.
can't leave the house in New York without spending at least $100 on something.
Yeah, straight up. A night out, like I can fuck up and have a night out, or I spend too much in Medellin. I can like Uber a friend or Uber like I can Uber multiple people from the city and still like my Ubers were like $2-3.
That's amazing.
Super cheap.
What's the currency they use there?
The currency is the Colombian peso, and it's like 4,000 Colombian peso to $1.
Holy crap.
But I would
That's
say
insane.
that they because of I guess their inflation, they basically dropped the 3 zeros.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's more like you everything is about like a quarter of the cost.
Okay.
So like cost of living, roughly like cost of living, food, Ubers, rides, everything is roughly about a fourth. Sometimes much cheaper. Like,
What is your current rent that you're paying there if you have to?
I would say between
Equal it out to.
$600 to $1,200. 1,200 you're going to be in like a Pablo-esque like
No
prices.
way.
Yeah, I think like for $1,000 you'll be living like pretty large. Like we were paying about like I think like 800, 900, maybe $1,000, and we had
Total?
like per person.
Mm.
And we were like 4 people, and we had a giant place. Like it was enormous. Everyone had a bathroom. Like we had multiple living rooms,
Yeah.
multiple dining rooms, like a sick balcony. Even my shower overlooked the city. So while I was just
What?
giant windows, yeah. So while I was showering, I would just
High-rise type
yeah,
shit.
exactly. It was sick, man. It was sick. It felt like GTA or something. It was insane. And then like again, like the health, like I can like order food to my door for like $6 to $8.
Yeah.
Good quality ingredients, like good food. Like I can
Yeah.
get like a nice steak. There's one steak place that I can't remember what it's called. We just call it a steak place.
Yeah.
Me and my roommates were just like steak place, steak place. We just
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then fresh steak. And then they would
Dang.
deliver and stuff as well. It was just like, dude, like I'm convinced that like it doesn't even seem real. Like
Yeah.
the fact that it's there and it's so close. The only downside is obviously the crime.
Is it
The
is it
crime-
is it big there? Big?
It's relatively dangerous. Like I have a story of one of my friends. So one of my friends who lived with us, he was drugged and robbed.
Oh,
So fortunately, we got lucky in that another friend that was staying with us, he came home early, and he was visiting for just the weekend. So we were like, "Oh, bro, stay out, stay out." And he was like, "No, no, I gotta go home." And so when he came home, she saw him, and then she even tried to give him a drink to drug him, but he was like, "No, I'm done drinking."
oh, like the
And
chick
then
that was there.
the chick that was there that was drugging him, like she had drugged him and
Oh, like a
yeah,
chick that he picked up at the bar or something.
was on Tinder.
Oh man.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine that that makes videos in Medellin, he did like a video, longer form video on that like phenomenon of like girls drugging people in the like basically gringos and expats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your friend
So-
was like a gringo.
Yeah, he's
Like
also
oh,
a
okay.
gringo like us, but yeah, it's relatively common.
Wait, gringo means like anybody that's not originally from there.
Gringo typically means like I would say it's like sort of derogatory and typically
So,
means
like
like a
white people.
white, yeah,
Yeah,
white,
so-
guy,
yeah, that's what I
white
thought.
American guy.
Yeah.
So that's but I would say we are gringos too.
Because we're not from the.
Yeah,
there
I would say
originally.
gringo is usually American, but mostly means I could be wrong about this too. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think like it mostly means like white American, like blonde hair, whatever.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They have a specific. So I think
Easy target type of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think even if you're like a like darker, like like kind of darker American brown hair, you'll blend in a lot more. Like I think girls as well. If you like if you're brunette and like you have a little bit of a tan, you can blend in. For us, we're really like blessed.
Easy,
Yeah,
easy,
you just
very
go
easy.
there.
Yeah, just
it's
walk
really it's really just the Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, if as long as you kind of have decent enough
Ooh,
Spanish.
yeah, that's one thing. Man, now I wish I took Spanish in like high school and stuff.
What'd you
I took
take,
like
French
yeah, I
or-
took like 3.5 years of French. Yeah, 3.5 because that fourth
Yeah.
year was tough, so I dropped halfway through.
I think the French will help you for sure. Like you'll be able to get.
I know how to say like 2 sentences, bro. Yeah, that's it.
But I think like in learning because it's
Oh,
like
similar. Yeah, yeah.
Similar.
The characters and the
Exactly.
yeah.
I think if you do go, we could do like there's like these immersive schools where you go for like an hour, 30 minutes, and you also meet a ton of people there too. They're all like from London or from
Right.
Australia or from Canada or whatever, other expats, or from other people from other places that are visiting. And so I think if I go back, I would do one of those. There's also an app called I think italki, and you can pay locals like $4 or $5 an hour to teach you.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think I used that a couple of times. I think like I'm gonna start using it again
Yeah.
because my Spanish is all right. I'm pretty decently conversational, but I think like in longer conversations, it's definitely hard. Like
I think that'd be a really cool thing to just like move to South America for a few months and just like live the life there, and then like you stay there, cool. But if you end up coming back, then like whenever you're going out and about here, you have a cool background of like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I lived in Colombia,
Yeah.
I lived in Texas, yeah.
straight up,
of course.
Shonil was saying that since he moved to New York, when he comes back here, people are like, oh wow, he's like out in Queens. He's like it's
Yeah, he's in it, bro. He's
Exactly.
in the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing. Like when
Yeah.
I tell people that I'm there, they're like, "Oh wow, I want to do that. I wish I could do that." And I'm like, "You could. You can."
can.
And they're like, "No, I gotta, or there's always some excuse." And I find that the longer I stay here, the more excuses I find
So
to
it
not
is.
go back.
The more you get in your head.
Yeah, exactly. The more it's like, it is kind of dangerous. What about this thing? What about that thing? But I think overall, like the cost benefits are so enormous that you like the amount you save, you can take it back and then just go to New York, go on trips,
Yeah, you
travel,
go on,
like-
yeah.
and you're not living like you can still live pretty large there too. So for me, going from making like almost 3 times as much, like the only way I can sustainably live like the lifestyle that I want is if I go down there, or I have to like suck it up and work at a corporation again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
versus like doing whatever you want.
Exactly.
Over
So
there.
if you're trying to start a business as well, you're trying to like reduce your burn rate,
Yeah.
going down to like South America or somewhere where it's more low cost. I've even thought about Bangladesh, but bro, Bangladesh is it's so far away. One, the time zone difference is huge.
It's half a day, bro.
Yeah, trying
12
to come
hours.
back is so hard. Also, the pollution is insane. Weather is terrible. Mosquito situation also bad. So there's so many.
These are all like valid negatives, you know.
Yeah,
like
straight up.
the stuff that you said, you know, you're when you make excuses for about the Medellin stuff, like those are like valid excuses, but they're like nowhere near as bad as
Yeah, as Bangladesh.
as
right?
Bangladesh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I'd never work remote in Pakistan. There's no way, zero chance, zero chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Man, I've been putting off getting my passport for so long because I got to do it in person because I just got my citizenship like a year ago,
Okay.
like my U.S. citizenship, and they take your old passport.
Oh, right, right, right.
But
Well,
you
you
get my
can.
new passport made.
A friend of mine told me that you can expedite it if you go through the senator's office.
What?
So one of the services that U.S. senators and I think like congressmen are supposed to provide their like citizens or their like constituents is like passport expediting. So you can like call them up and be like, listen, Ted, like fucking hurry up, you know, get the shit to me faster.
Oh, okay. So you have to like put it in for the process first, and then you
Yeah,
call them.
if it's in the process. So I thought it would be so fast that you could get it in like 2 weeks or whatever, maybe pay them. But it's like they can just expedite the whatever process to either get an interview or to like get your passport if you've already like filled out all the stuff.
Yeah, I need to fill out all the stuff.
Yeah.
So my dad told me I had to go down to like the post office or something and get an appointment because you can't get an appointment online if it's your first one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but he got his during COVID, so like they weren't doing any in-person appointments.
Are you sure you can't? Because I filled out some paperwork recently. I have to renew my passport, and I saw an option.
For the first one,
Yeah, I saw an option.
can you send me that wherever you?
Yeah,
wherever you
for
saw
sure.
it?
I can send that after this. I think that there is because they're trying to go digital now because it's just so much more efficient.
Oh, but so much better. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think that there is, and you can schedule the appointment, and you can see like the. I'm pretty sure.
that's what I need. That's what
Yeah.
I need for sure. Yeah, because two of my friends, like one of my friends, like leaving he's going to Oslo in like a couple weeks. One way ticket. Doesn't know when he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
He's gonna like backpack over Europe for a little bit.
That's what I did with Medellin. Is like just one way. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
Like, because also you can get the one way and then figure it out, right? Like one way and then book your living situation.
Yeah.
For like a month or so, and then you're
Figure out whenever you want to come back.
exactly
Yeah.
wherever you want to come back, or if you want to stay. Like,
Yeah.
Stay
And
for another couple.
And the
months.
living situation, like you don't need to buy any furniture or anything.
Yeah,
You kind of
yeah.
just because if it's Airbnb, it's already furnished and everything.
Exactly. Airbnb is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially out there where you can get like a pretty deep, like for like $600 to $800 to $1,000 a person, you can get a pretty nice place like in a pretty nice location. And you can order food like we were ordering food like every day for like $5-6 like they
Dang.
deliver. They were doing like 10-minute deliveries on these scooters, man. There's time like just insane.
Nuts.
Just like the cost of labor, the cost of food, the cost of like quality food is incredible.
That's my big thing, bro. Like I want to eat high.
Yeah,
like, that's where all my money goes right now,
bro.
bro.
You can get straight up like good ass eggs, like grass fed beef,
it.
like
Lamb
you can get lamb, like you can get really good quality meat and
for
good
like
quality
great
food
pricing. Yeah,
for great prices. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, and like I love to cook stuff anyway when I'm on
Yeah.
vacation. So
and you can get a place with like a sick ass kitchen. Also,
Yeah.
sick kitchen,
Dude.
stock the fridge.
Yeah.
like there's an app called Rafi, which people use to. It's basically like DoorDash and like or Instacart basically. For like food and groceries, and yeah, you can just like use that and get all of the groceries you need delivered to your house.
do they have like I'm guessing they have like farms and stuff. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you know how you hear they have like like I buy a lot of my meat from like an
Uh-huh.
actual like farmer and from the farmer's market.
yeah,
I'm sure they have them.
yeah.
there.
They have those too. They have like straight up like farm to table type stuff and like
Yeah,
farmers
yeah.
markets and stuff. But I would say like even if you go to the grocery store and you buy the lowest tier of meat,
Yeah.
that is
It's still like really good. Yeah, yeah.
It's
'Cause
still way-
South America's beef is like they're known for like I mean Brazil is like known for their like picanha. Like that's
Yeah,
their thing.
exactly. And I mean, there's even so I want to go the next time I go, which I'm planning to go in the next like 2-3 months. Which if you're down, you should come
Mm-hmm.
through as well. But I think like I want to go to Argentina, where Argentina has even better
You know?
quality.
I heard
It's even
that.
lower It's even
Lower
cheaper.
cost?
It's even cheaper
Wow.
than Medellin. Like a coffee might cost like $1 or $2 at a coffee shop in Medellin. It's like 50 cents to $1 in
Wow.
Argentina. Like Uber is $1 or $2. It might be like 50 cents to $1.
Dude,
So it's
how
like
is everything so like cheap
yeah,
there?
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, part of it is that everything here is just like expensive for no reason. Like, I
Yeah.
think a lot of things shouldn't be as expensive as they are because certain things are broken. Like I remember my friend Justin, who also came with me. We were kind of thinking about this, like what are the economics of like why is it that I'm sitting down and eating this like nice ass steak right now, and I got a meal at like a nice like we were at a mall, like there's a mall like a really nice mall, and we had like fat steaks at this mall for like what like $6-7 USD, right? Like
Nuts.
steaks, a drink, like a smoothie, and
Yeah.
like just eating clean, really nice food. And we were like, how is it that we can even get this, right? Like, how does it make
How does
sense?
this work?
Like, and yeah, just like I part of it is like their economy is structured in a way that allows for people to take
To do
advantage of
that.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like ours is not.
Yeah, you can't do like
Yeah.
if you're doing that in America, you're spending $250 like
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah, exactly. Like to eat good is
Eat
so
good.
expensive here.
It is, dude. Like a grass, dude. I mean, so the steaks that I got for us today, usually um, it's like $21 a pound for grass fed ribeye,
Mm-hmm.
right? I got those on the 4th of July sale
Mm-hmm.
for $10.99 a pound, $11. Like they were off $10 whole,
Damn.
right? And that was the same price that those steaks would have been. Like they are 10.90. They were 10.99 or 11.99 summer of 2019, like late 2019. That was the price,
Wow.
11.99, and now it's $21,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
to me, like I have like a whole long like I'm working on like a thesis basically as to why I think like the American dream is
Yeah.
alive in South America,
wow,
in India,
South
in
American
Africa.
dream.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like bro, if you and me and some friends move there, like we could on a whim be like, bro, you want to start a coffee shop? We can do that. You want to like
Wow.
start a training studio? We
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? Like because we're talking like if everything's about a fourth of the cost, now instead
It
of
takes like,
paying
instead of paying $10,000 to rent out a space.
yeah, we can just pay
2,000
yeah,
bucks,
2,000
like,
bucks,
yeah.
right? Like or like we can straight up buy a condo and split it, or we can
Yeah.
buy a property.
Buy some land. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Holy
all
crap.
of that type of stuff is
Yeah.
possible there.
Wow.
It's not possible here anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not because a plot of land here is like 600-700K
yeah,
for
not
like
to mention if we go to New York,
nothing, yeah.
right? If we go to New York, the idea of like starting some like high or low margin business would be impossible,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, but now, like down there, we could like conceivably, okay, you have a passion for coffee. I know my friend who does too. Like, you guys should just go in on something on the side, whatever, drop a couple K and like see what happens, right? And if it fails, it fails.
You only gotta
Like,
catch one bus.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, and like the opportunity there is just enormous, dude. I've been trying to red pill so many of my friends so hard. I think I've convinced a few.
Mhm.
Some of my friends are still like torn between New York and South America, and I think that they're also not optimizing for cost as much. And the social like community, the tribe thing is very important for them. And I think like if you do have a lot of people that
The
are there,
social life of New York type of
yeah,
thing.
not even necessarily social life, but like
Yeah.
if you have a few close friends that inspire you, that motivate
Oh, yeah,
you, that
yeah.
are out there, it's hard. Like, you know, if I go down there alone, obviously I can reap a lot of benefit, but it's different than being there with like a community
True.
of like,
True.
you know, people, like-minded people who drive me to be better. So that is enough. So where it's like, damn, should I just go to New York? Like, there's all of these people already there. But like, I think if we can like corral like some, and I mean, there's already community there too. We can plug into like
Yeah.
all the expats and people that are there too. But I think like if we can get a few people, Dallas boys, Brown boys, whoever, like some like
Yeah.
you know, so just some people to go in on it, I think it'd be really pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be a like dope atmosphere too. Like
Yeah.
similar to what you're saying when I went to Atlanta with Chanel and Zane. It
Yeah.
was like that. The vibe was like very even though we were all doing like our work, like our day jobs during the day. Laptop closes at 5. We set out for the day. We come back, do some creative stuff, go out for the night, whatever.
Exactly. That's the vibe
Yeah.
that I want.
That was
that's
the
vibe we
perfect
had in
week,
Medellin.
dude. That was the perfect week I had. Like,
Dude, imagine that
Just that.
for like 2 months.
yeah, for like way cheaper than
way cheaper.
yeah.
And in a way more beautiful city.
Mhm.
Like that is just. I mean, Atlanta's pretty good too, but like just the weather alone, bro. I think like that was what makes it so undervalued for me.
Dude, that 65 like
bro.
sounds amazing.
Every
Like
day of the year, it's like 65, 70 degrees. It's
the
insane.
reason like one of my friends I don't want to say he's like trying to convince me to move to New York, but he's like saying like, dude, you would love it. You would love like the social atmosphere, like you love the women, you love the sights, and like you love the food and all that. I'm like, dude, New York is cold as balls for 10 months out of the
Yeah,
year, and
true.
I don't do well in cold weather.
And then it's hot as
Even in
well.
Texas, yeah, and then it's hot as balls. Even in Texas weather, Texas cold, like I still hate it, you know?
Yeah,
Like, and it's only cold for 3 months out of the year, maybe, like maybe
true.
2 months out of the year. But yeah, I'm like, so that's one side. Like the entire northern part of the U.S. is like not happening for
Yeah,
me
I
ever.
feel that. I
Like
feel
I
that.
love
In Texas.
Chicago. Like I used to live in Chicago, like when I was younger,
Oh, nice.
and I go back to visit every so often, you know, because I have family there. But like it's just, dude, like the only time I like going to Chicago is late July, early August,
Mm.
and then after that, it's like I went in March one time, and I was like, man, it's so cold. It's snowing right now.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. Like it's a
Yeah.
great trip, but like, you know, I was like, man, like I'm salty that it's I have to wear 4 layers outside.
I think you got to be so motivated by like the spirit of the city or like
Mm,
like I think the people
the
friends of mine,
culture,
yeah, the friends of
yeah,
mine who have gone to New York, Chicago, they like really like that city life so
hustle
much.
bustle,
Yeah.
yeah. Medellin's I bet it's more chill, right? It's more
Yeah.
like relaxed, like very open, very like
It's still a
go with
very
the
big
flow type of
city.
thing. Yeah,
Like there's areas that you can get that city vibe, but I would say the culture on average is a little bit more chill. There are places that are more chill. There's a lot more nature that's like close by.
mm,
Um, and again, like the weather, bro. The weather's such a huge deal, and
hmm.
I think so. So Medellin is also like nestled inside of all of these mountains, so that I really
Oh,
liked. It's very scenic. Like,
oh, so you can
yeah,
like go for like hikes and stuff there.
yeah, we went for hikes and stuff. There's like a couple of pretty sick parks with amazing views. Like, you know, I think like for living and working, especially if you're just trying to go hard and you're trying to lower your cost of living, it's hard to beat. Like, it's really hard to beat.
Yeah,
The weather's so good. Like, you can get a gym membership at like one of the nicest gyms where literally Colombian models work out, right?
that's
For like 40, $50 a month,
dude.
right? Like,
But the women are insane
oh yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
That
Like,
is also crazy. Yeah.
yeah. Ugh.
I think like yeah, man. I don't know why I'm not there right now.
Dude, right? Yeah, the way you're talking about it, I'm like, dang,
Yeah,
what's he doing here?
we gotta make moves. I
Yeah.
think so. For me, after Miami, I think I will just go there.
Mhm.
I think I want to try Argentina. Right now, I'm kind of trying to try out a
Just like
couple different
a
places.
few places in South
Exactly.
America.
So I tried New York for about a month. I did not like it. I think it was like 2 months, month and a half, 2 months.
You were there like I think right when you were there after Chanel moved, right?
Yeah, about when Chanel moves,
You were there for
I
like
was
a
there
month,
for like a
yeah.
month and a half, I think. I saw his like new place. I like was working there out of WeWorks and stuff.
Hmm.
But my apartment was so small. Like
Yeah.
there's not good lighting in there. And that was like a pretty big factor because like there's days where I just ended up working from home. You have enough meetings, like okay, I missed this window to leave, and now I just got to
Yep.
stay in here.
It's like that.
And so like versus when I missed that window and I'm in like our like pad in Medellin, totally different experience,
Yeah.
right? Like just having to work from home is not nearly as bad. And I think like in a place like New York, I'd probably have to sacrifice somewhat in terms of like the living space.
Mhm.
So that is, I think, a big deal for me. But I liked aspects of the city. I liked like being able to go to see stand up comedy, to see shows,
There's a lot of
to
stuff
like
to do.
yeah,
Like a lot of city stuff to do there.
yeah. And I think the way that I see it is the amount of money you can save going to like one of these more low cost cities. You can literally plan trips and go for a weekend, for a week,
To
for a
like
month.
the high cost cities.
Exactly. Yeah. I think you can have your cake and eat it too. Like you
Yeah.
can go down
That's
there,
perfect.
save massive,
Yeah.
eat good, work hard, and then you go to New York for like 2 weeks or a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 4 months down there, 1 month up there. And I think like the move for me is like living between like two cities, like
Like
between
being like that,
Dallas.
having a nomadic lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. I think like Dallas would be more of like a home base, and I would love to even like own property here, and then like own property in Medellin, like own like a couple condos or something. That also that's all of this is more like 10, 15 years out.
Yeah, it's like definitely when you want to be where you want to be established at.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
cool, man.
yeah.
By that time, hopefully South America will be accepting payments in Bitcoin for everything too.
I think that we're seeing that more and more in different places. And I saw like cafes and stuff that took like crypto payments.
Nice.
And I see that type of stuff here too.
Yeah,
occasionally.
here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, it's like, when the price of coffee isn't dictated in dollars, it's dictated in satoshis. Like,
Yeah.
that's when we made
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I think
Yeah.
even if we still continue to use centralized
Of course, yeah.
currencies,
Yeah.
there's still like, but yeah, once we start to see adoption at that level, then it's like even because really like I think that the strongest case against it is what I was saying before. Like it's a political movement. If we're not at that critical mass, then it could maybe
Right.
go back, pendulum swing back. And so yeah, anything like that would be massive because then, and I think also like with El Salvador and other countries, like
Yeah.
countries accepting it as legal tender,
Right.
that's also like no turning back. It's
Yeah.
like, so I think if more and more countries, especially in South America, are really forward thinking about cryptocurrency, that would also help people like moving
Be
there.
big, yeah.
And I really think that like we're right on the cusp of like, and I've seen a bunch of like TikToks like talking about, oh, this is the best bar in Medellin. This is how you could get started in Medellin. These are the things you can pass. Like we're right on the cusp of like exponential like movement.
Oh,
out of
over
the
down
US.
there. Yeah.
Just in general. I think.
Yeah,
like,
dude, because people like, I mean, dude, the U.S. I mean, I guess this is not the entire U.S., but there's a few specific places. I mean, like California, like
Yeah.
wouldn't like not a place you want to be. You
Yeah,
know, not a place you want to settle down.
Yeah,
type of thing, right? Like
Yeah.
pay $1 million like pay $1 million for a cardboard box
Yeah.
by the beach, like type of thing.
Yeah, just to have like some fire burn it down.
Yeah, literally, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, dude, I'm definitely gonna do some research. So I've typed in 2 things on my browser already. One is The Sopranos, and one is I just typed in Medellin, and I was just like, I'm gonna
Yeah, you should
definitely
check
go
out
both those later.
those videos as well.
Oh, your friends? Yeah. I have his
So
sub to his channel.
'cause he's
Check him
done
out.
a couple of videos on like day in the life type stuff.
Okay, cool.
And another friend of a friend, he's done some longer form like content like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I love those types of like travel style vlogs.
Yeah.
That's also content you could do there too. Like,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because I think that content is like, because I like one thing that I like about his channel is like, I think it's like there's gonna be more people that move there and will consume it. Like
Yeah.
so,
It's same thing. Like with the exponential move of people there, like I feel like his channel will grow
yeah,
in a similar way.
Exactly.
So
But yeah, there were like other things that I know this gut biome thing was one
oh,
thing that,
dude, yeah, you gotta tell me about that. You say you did this test where I remember like last time we spoke, I told you that like I have gut issues and like I talk about it in every podcast.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows about it, but
hell yeah.
the reason I went to the carnivore diet, went on an elimination diet, and like animal foods were the easiest thing to digest for me and caused me the least issues with my gut issue, along with taking like very minimal Western medicine. It just turned out like it's like okay, this is the move, and so like fixing my gut and like figuring out what is good and bad and like what irritates it and what is easy on it. It's like a big experiment for me. And you said you have something, or like you took a test where it kind of gave you a list of like what is good and like what to avoid type of thing.
Yeah, so I worked when I used to work at WeWork, like the startup, and I was in a WeWork, like the office space, while I was there, like using the product while I worked there. And then there was a startup that was next to me called Viome that did this.
Yeah.
And like one of the guys was like, "Oh man, it's so sick." Like that guy also had a fitness business of his own. He like trained individual clients, and he was like, "Listen, bro, I make all my clients do this now because it's such a good like set of data points. So now I can like rule out certain foods, and then they're able to like make healthy choices, like they're more educated." And so he was like, "Bro, do you want a kit?" And I was like, I don't want to shit in it, I was like really like hesitant. And so he's like, just take it. So I took it, and then I like kind of just forgot about it.
I hate stool samples too, bro. Yeah,
I didn't want to like collect my stool samples. I had it for years because I got it in like 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I was cleaning up my like closet a couple of weeks ago, or like maybe a couple months ago now, and I found it again. And so I did it. I mailed it in. I got the results back like a week or so ago, and I've been like going through them. And basically, it tells you certain nutritional like supplements that you could take, things that you can avoid, like foods you can avoid, foods that so it categorizes food by like superfood, enjoy, minimize, and avoid. So avoid are foods where it's like, oh, you have this virus in your gut biome that like really feasts on this thing. You don't want to eat that. This thing like cause this like enzyme causes you to produce like cortisol, which causes stress, so you shouldn't have this. And then they cite all the research and stuff as well. But I was telling you downstairs that like Huberman, who I think is like a pretty reliable source for like science and like nutrition, he says he's like not 100% about like these gut biome tests because like some of the information is like there's still a lot of studies about what each individual like flora and fauna down there do and what like enzyme does what and what virus does what. So it could be that like you're eliminating one food because of this virus, but actually like that virus is not a huge deal and you could still
Right.
eat that food fine. And so like I think it's like a good template to try,
It's like a
to
good
do.
baseline. Yeah.
Yeah, through that I'm kind of, because I never properly did elimination, but now I can like see the specific foods, see what it says, ask my parents to, and then try it and kind of try to see like,
And then figure out what you can bring back in that doesn't cause like a massive
yeah,
um, downside.
exactly. Like I think some of them, like from just talking to my parents, I think it's pretty accurate. Like there's certain foods that my parents were like, oh yeah, I avoid that, I avoid that, I always
Oh
have.
yeah, you're saying you and your dad like were both avoiding certain things,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like bell peppers was one. I think cauliflower was another one,
Mm.
which is unfortunate because I like cauliflower rice and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then one thing like was my mom told me the story of when she like ate watermelon as a kid, she threw up, and
Yeah.
apparently I have like some virus that like if I have too much melon, like watermelon, cantaloupe, that type of
yeah.
stuff, that virus like can like
Make you throw up.
react. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
wow.
or just make me sick. So I think like I still enjoy like cantaloupe watermelon a lot, but
What's the? It's called Viome,
Viome is what it's called. Yeah, yeah. V. It's like Biome but with a V. Yeah.
and they have an app too, right?
They have an app. They raise like, bro. They raise like hundreds of millions of dollars. I think like,
Viome.
yeah, Viome. I think there is either tens of millions or millions, but I think this is the next wave in like healthcare. I think healthcare will start to go more privatized. There'll be like individual tests like this you can do, like the gut biome test, blood work, all of this stuff, and then basically the upper middle class and rich people will like benefit and live super healthy.
This
whereas,
is
like,
cool.
poor people will get fucked, which is unfortunate. But this is how I see like healthcare working out down here.
That's what it is, man. Address root cause, not symptoms. That's like
Yeah.
really what.
Yeah,
my whole
it's
my
sick.
big thing
It's
is.
sick stuff, man. Yeah, I recommend it, and I showed you. I can show you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like looking at the individual foods.
Did you do you did the gut intelligence, right?
Yeah, I did the base gut intelligence. They have like more comprehensive
Yeah, they have like
ones.
gut, cellular, and oral health.
Yeah, I mostly did this because I got it, but now I'm pretty impressed by it. Like, there's certain foods that I knew were really good for me, and so I'm trying to maximize those. Like dark meat, chicken
Mm-hmm.
apparently has proteins which have essential macronutrients and amino acids and stuff. Um,
Yeah, man.
some
Chicken
of the,
thighs.
yeah, chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs are the move, man.
Yeah, chicken
You
thighs.
hear that, chicken breast? Fuck you.
Yeah,
Hate
true.
chicken breast, bro.
Truly.
It's so dry, and there's like
It's
not
good.
many. There's just straight protein. There's not any like because a lot of nutrients are there's fat soluble and water soluble vitamins,
Yeah, true.
and so like vitamin A and vitamin D are both like fat soluble, whereas the vitamin B's are like water soluble. So you can like take a pill in those, but like there's a lot of people that take like vitamin D supplements, and they drink it with water, but like nothing's happening because
Oh, because it's not soluble.
yeah, because you need fat. So that's why like when you take a vitamin D supplement, you should eat like eggs or something with it, or like whatever
Wow.
any type of like
I wonder how
fatty
many people
food
are just like
all
wasting
the time.
vitamin D then.
All the time.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I
crazy.
mean, well, the best place to get vitamin D isn't even from supplements, from the sun, but
True.
it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
you know, try not to get sunburned and shit.
Yeah, that is crazy. I bet there's probably so many things like that with vitamins
And vitamin A too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
There's a lot. There's a breakdown of a list somewhere, but I digress.
Yeah,
I love that stuff. It's so interesting.
Yeah, same. I'm trying to learn. Like, I would like to build like a stack that is more optimal. But
Yeah.
lately, I've just been trying to get it from like raw ingredients and food.
Yeah.
So I'm not really like taking any supplements. But eventually, I would like to try to kind of like find my stack of supplements. One other thing you're mentioning chicken breast, like another like lifestyle upgrade that I tried in the past, like during COVID,
Yeah.
was a sous vide. If you ever
Oh, nice. Yeah. You've been sous videing your steaks?
yeah, I have. I have not been cooking as much because I've been traveling a bit.
Yeah.
But when I do cook and make steaks, sous vides are perfect because you can get like a perfect. Also, you can pasteurize it too if you leave it for long enough.
Yeah.
Kill any chance of bacteria.
Yeah.
Still keep it like really red in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Just sear it on the sides a bit.
Yep.
And like get that golden brown like
And boom,
crust.
that's it.
Yeah, and same with chicken breast. You can get chicken breast that is juicy as fuck. Like you can
Yeah,
cook
yeah.
a chicken breast and have it be super juicy. You can make like really. I think you can make like those like eggs that are like yolky, like the, they put in like ramen and stuff.
Like the soft boiled eggs.
Soft boiled.
Yeah.
Soft boiled eggs.
Dude, yeah,
are
because it's pretty sous vide is pretty much like boiled water, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you put it in the bag, you put the food in the bag,
Exactly.
and like, yeah.
The one
Love
downside,
it.
which I'm sure eventually Well, time and then also the plastic because you have to put it in
We put in a
plastic
plastic
bags.
bag. That's
And
right.
they argue that, and I think it's probably true that like the temperatures are so low because it's for such a long period of time, it doesn't really do anything to plastic, but to the plastic. But I think that like I've been reading a lot about
Microplastics.
yeah, I've been reading a lot
Yeah,
about
so much
microplastics.
microplastics,
Yeah,
bro. I need to avoid drinking out from
yeah,
plastic water
bro,
bottles,
Hydro
but
Flask, man,
yeah, I
or
know.
any
I
one
need
of
to get
these.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, this is also something that I've beaten the shit out of this and like taking it in a lot of
yeah,
places and stuff. Yeah, I think like I gotta have one of these with me. Like
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I really trying to hydrate with them.
word.
And stainless steel, I think is, I mean, they haven't found anything wrong with it yet. So
No, there's nothing wrong
yeah,
with stainless steel. I
yeah,
feel like the only thing better than stainless steel to drink out of is like copper, but
yeah,
that's really hard to find a copper
yeah,
water
the
bottle
copper
that's
cup. Yeah,
not pricey. Yeah,
yeah, they see households sometimes have those copper
copper
cups.
cups,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they know.
yeah,
They know,
yeah.
man.
It's all Lindy shit, man. It's all
Lindy, bro,
yeah.
dude. That's a money Twitter word right there, bro.
Yeah,
Lindy means like OG, right? Like
yeah.
it's like
OG,
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
like
Ancestral. Yeah,
honey,
yeah,
steak,
yeah.
turmeric,
Turmeric. Yeah,
the copper cups, right?
yeah,
That stuff.
yeah,
It's like ancient. It's like
yeah.
been on
Salt,
for
like
yeah,
not table salt,
not
like
table
yeah.
salt. Yeah, the processed salt, that shit is very bad.
Just straight up sodium chloride.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why people get high blood pressure. This stuff, like I feel like people can use a lot of this, and like it has a little bit. It's more balancing than just sodium chloride.
yeah, true.
It
I
doesn't
do
melt
think
the
that
blood.
it's like short on like iodine or something.
It is, yeah, it is for sure.
That's the one downside.
Yeah, this supplement. I take this magnesium supplement. And it has like a couple of B vitamins and iodine in it, as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just recently started taking it. But like that's mostly for like sleep and stuff, like
Does that help?
magnesium thing,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. Hold up, let me. I plug this stuff in like every podcast.
Yeah,
Even though
bro.
I don't get paid for it, I just like really.
Soon you will, bro. Soon you will. I really think the sponsorships will come soon, bro.
You what?
Just keep at it, and then you'll get the sponsor eventually.
Dude, yeah, eventually, right? Yeah. So I take this magnesium, right?
Uh huh.
And this used to be magnesium glycinate, except they changed the pills to something else. So now I just take this, and it's like has magnesium, thiamine, which is vitamin B1, and like B1's like good for your gut.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has riboflavin B2, and then it has folate. So folate, and I mean it's not very much folate, but folate is something that my like pharmaceutical pills like cause a deficit of in my body
Mm-hmm.
because of the like my gut issue, the colitis, and so that, and then there's like a little bit of iodine in here, and then yeah, magnesium, of course. So I take like two of these. I'll take like a couple spoons of this. This is just like glycine powder. You can read the description on the side, but it just like provides like you can like look through all this stuff. It's like
yeah,
it
bro.
just like
I'm gonna
provides
need a list of all.
yeah,
of
yeah,
these.
yeah. I can take a picture of
Yeah.
this and send it to you after
hell
this.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so this provides like neurotransmitter support and like kind of calms you down. It's like really good to get sleep. It's like it's kind of similar to melatonin, except melatonin is like kind of habit forming, and you have to keep taking more and more of it. This you can just take like 5-10 grams a day or whatever. I mean, the daily recommended is 3, but there's a difference between recommended and optimal. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I take this, and then this is the last thing I take. This is do you drink coffee?
I do, but I recently found out that I should drink less of it, like, and
Okay.
maybe cut it out. Yeah.
You can combine coffee with one of these in the morning, and like it'll give you that
Oh, it's theanine. right?
theanine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You probably read that on Money
Yeah.
Twitter too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
L-theanine and theanine.
Oh,
are-
Lindy Twitter, bro.
Yeah,
like that's
Lindy
the word,
Twitter,
not Money
yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, Lindy Twitter.
Lindy Twitter, straight up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Theanine is one that I have taken and it has helped. Like,
dude, I love that shit. I take all these at night. So like, I mean, I'm sure if I take theanine in the morning, like I could definitely focus a lot better too. But taking it at night, like helps me relax. Plus the neurotransmitter support. Plus the like the anti-anxiety and the calmness for the from the magnesium, bro. Like it's like the perfect sleep stack.
yeah, bro, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try this for sleep because I
Yeah.
think like the anxiety for me and the evening sometimes. I mean, the biggest cure though, straight up, has been working out.
Oh,
like,
that's-
if you-
yeah.
hard
Top
workout.
tier.
That's really like hard to beat.
Yeah.
And also I've been using weed, but I
Yeah.
think like that has also it can kind of be habit forming, and sometimes I get high enough where I'm like, damn, I'm mad creative right now, and then I'll write or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I take away from the sleep.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing though.
Yeah,
It's like
not
those
necessarily.
creative moments like hit you. They don't hit you all the time, you know. So,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a nice feeling. Like I do feel like there's lately I've been trying to optimize it more to have it be during the day, but it's often at night that it'll be like
Yeah.
hitting me, and then it's like shit. Okay, I guess I gotta
Right.
get up and
Yeah.
do something with it.
You gotta like be somewhat active, like,
Yeah.
mentally active.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What so you said you've been like it helps you like write, like you get into a creative thing and write. What are you writing? Like is it like lyrics? Is it like Just journaling, like what, like stories, like what is?
So right now I've mostly been journaling,
Yeah.
and then I do write lyrics a bit. I've fallen off with the rap thing,
Mhm.
and I want to get back more into it. Part of why I quit was to do more like creative stuff.
Mhm.
My like medium term goal is to create like my own blog,
Nice.
and just like post things there.
Yeah.
More like longer form writing, like so I have like I said this thesis that I'm working on as to why one should move to South America.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a
That'd be a
bunch
great
of
blog post.
yeah, exactly. I think like that stuff like that, like things that even the bidet thing, right? Just
Dude,
like
write a blog
yeah,
post about that,
yeah,
please.
exactly.
Like a lifestyle blog.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lifestyle
Yeah.
blog. Yeah, and I got the domain, I got all the stuff, but like for since I've been prioritizing like clients and like students, I've like not prioritized my own stuff, like my
Right.
own site or whatever. So I think like I have to do some kind of like for me, I have like this weird procrastination thing where whatever is like most important, I don't do that. So I
Mm,
optimize it by making the most important thing like always some like not as important thing like
right.
oh I really need to do like my personal blog and that's my first thing. And because it's my first thing, I don't do it ever. I do like all my client work and all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
and you don't
Yeah,
prioritize it. Yeah.
yeah. So I need to put something else there so that I avoid that thing and then do.
And then work on your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or just learn how to stop procrastinating.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
those.
I
One
mean,
of
well, it
those.
sounds like you're doing it like a healthy procrastinating where you're not procrastinating by like fucking off and watching Netflix. You're like
Yeah,
procrastinating by doing other things. Like
yeah.
instead of doing like your math homework, which you're procrastinating, you're doing your English homework.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're making it work for you,
I try to do
kind of
that,
thing.
but that
Yeah.
I definitely have binged a lot of Netflix.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. Oh, we all
yeah.
have. Yeah.
And I bought a Nintendo Switch recently.
Oh
I
man, that's
indulged in that.
dangerous. Yeah.
Dangerous, but I
Yeah.
figured like
Super Smash.
yeah,
Just
Super
playing. Yeah.
Smash, yeah,
Yeah.
like that. And I figured like okay, instead of watching TV, I'm gonna try to do like get back into gaming because I haven't
Yeah.
gamed in years, and it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I just got it like yesterday, and so I've been
Oh
playing
yeah.
Smash
Yeah.
Brothers like a little
It's
bit.
fun, man. It's a
Yeah,
fun
it's
game.
super fun, and I think I'm gonna try to like switch out the TV for video games for a while.
So that way you do something like active.
Yeah,
Even though
like
it's like
yeah.
just one step above watching TV, like
Yeah.
you're doing something
Yeah, TV
semi-active.
is like the most. I saw something that said like your mind is more active when you're sleeping, but obviously when you're sleeping, a lot of processes are
Yeah.
going on. But yeah, you are not really active when you're watching TV. It's very passive.
Very passive. Yeah.
Whereas like video games can be like pretty active and
yeah.
engaging. Like there's some pretty challenging games out there.
Right.
So and also they're super fun, man. I like kind of missed like the past like 2 or 3 generations of consoles and stuff. I've like
Oh,
not game in a minute.
Feel you, man. Literally got a
Yeah.
GameCube sitting in there, and
Yeah.
nothing newer than that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It's
very
cool to
relatable.
get back into it. I'm really trying to be delicate about it because I don't want to. Same with like the Peaky Blinders thing. I don't want to get sucked
Yeah.
in and then oh shit, I'm like fucking 30 now.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm 30.
And I'm
Shit.
mad good at Smash Brothers.
Yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
in for like past
Yeah,
couple years.
yeah.
But so I'm trying to avoid that. But I think like yeah, finding like healthy or healthier like ways to waste time or ways to like spend time, I think is also like a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that. Yeah, yeah. And so I think like dancing, like just finding like little hobbies.
Something. Yeah. Some type of something that makes your mind or body active. I'm
Yeah.
glad you touched on the working out stuff because like yeah, that's big. Like past couple weeks, been just like kind of coming back from like being a little under the weather / like an elbow ish like tricep injury that it's not an injury, it's like an overuse thing, but
Yeah.
so like my workouts haven't been like crazy effective lately. Like I've just been like kind of just going in, we're going through the motions, so I don't like lose anything. Just maintaining.
Yeah.
Today I finally had like a good like hard, quick, intense workout,
Nice.
and I was like right before this, and I'm like, all right, man, I feel like the endorphins are flowing. I feel good. I feel
Respect.
calm. I feel like myself again. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
because like after if you don't lift lift heavy for like 2 weeks, you start to get anxious, bro. You start to feel like you're like, dude, what is going on? Like
Yeah.
I
100%.
can't like yeah. I'm like your mind starts to get all over the place. You just start feeling like uneasy and irritated. But then as soon as you hit that workout, there's something about physical exhaustion that leads to like mental clarity.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's just when you're so exhausted physically that you can't overthink mentally.
Yeah.
And you're at the perfect level of thinking and like your brain isn't firing off so much because it's like it's like oh man, we're tired as shit.
Yeah.
You know, so you're just doing that. There's this meme that was like on Twitter. It was like a caveman. It said, "Lifting heavy rock make noise and head go away." You know, it's like same thing.
It's
And
true. It's
yeah.
true. It's a lot like being drunk. because
Yeah.
like when you're drunk, it quiets out all the voices. Like you have all these different like subconscious like thoughts and voices,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you just have like because alcohol is a depressant. So when you drink a
Right.
lot of it, you have like you just have one voice, and it's like I'm having fun. Life is good,
Right.
like that's why people
Yeah.
love it. So it's like the same kind of like you're drunk on like the endorphins and the like exhaustion of like working out, and it's obviously a way healthier drink or than or like drunk feeling
Yeah.
than alcohol. um and yeah, I think like more and more people should get drunk on working out, like
Yeah,
work out
exactly.
enough to like feel that, because I think like there's a lot of times where I work out and I don't feel that. I know exactly what you're talking about, that feeling of like just exhaustion, like brutal workout.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, I'm done. And it doesn't have to be like crazy exhaustion. It's just like it's all like a reference, right? Like a sliding scale. It's like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
last time you worked out, like it was like a 2 out of 10, but then this time you worked out was a 5 out of 10. It's like 125% increase.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you're gonna feel something
Yeah,
afterwards for sure.
yeah, that I think I've been trying, like I've been struggling with that at home a lot, and I've been trying to get more into it.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm thinking about, because for me, I had an allergic reaction to an antibiotic when I was like 18,
Oh yeah,
and it fucked me up
it's
really
like
bad.
doxycycline or something.
It was Levaquin. So
Levaquin.
Levaquin is the only antibiotic that has like the highest FDA warning. It's like the
Wow.
black box warning.
Oh
And
wow,
I
that's
was-
like
yeah.
that's like that thing for acne. I forgot what it's called. Accutane.
Accutane, yeah, also has a black.
Yeah, so
some, yeah,
Levaquin.
some of these, like, if you are prescribed something by a doctor that has a black box warning, like,
Yeah,
just don't take it.
yeah,
Like,
don't take it. It's not worth it, right?
There's probably some alternative
Yeah.
that you could take that, or like whether it's like holistic or some other kind of medicine.
Yeah.
But like even in Western medicine, there's probably something you could
Yeah.
take. But I was prescribed that just for a minor like bronchitis.
Wow.
Infection, right? And like I took like one dose. I kind of started to feel some weird stuff, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just take." You're supposed to finish your dose, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
took the second one. I was like fucking bedridden.
Wow.
It like destroyed my tendons in like my entire body, and so
Holy
I
shit.
think like even now when I work out, like because in college it's like you're not as consistent. I was like lift
Yeah.
a lot, and I would just get injuries like a lot.
Dude, story of my life.
Yeah, so that
actually.
yeah, I think for with both of us, like the gut thing for me, also that antibiotic thing,
Joint
like,
pain, dude.
yeah,
Joint issues.
it really
Up
fucked
the
me
ass.
up. It really fucked me up.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to like get into. So now I'm just doing PT like twice a week.
Corrective exercise.
corrective
That's my thing,
exercises,
dude.
yeah.
That's what all these bands and kettlebells
Oh,
and
hell
all this
yeah.
stuff is for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I think I have a lot to learn from you about that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I would love to like
Dude,
pick
yeah.
your brain about that more.
100%, bro. If you ever want to come over and because like one at least minimum one time a week, I have a full like prehab day
Oh,
where I'll
nice.
just like do like mobility work, stability work, flexibility, foam rolling, like just all these like tiny things that I don't usually do when I'm in the gym weightlifting that are like really important. Like lots of band work and lots of like Swiss ball work, and then those two things, body blades, are like they help like stabilize the muscles in your shoulders and stuff like that. Because I have like a labrum issue on my left shoulder that like is finally like better. And as soon as I got better, like my elbow started to hurt,
Yeah,
it just
the
blows,
story of
dude.
life, it's-
Story, yeah, dude, everything,
yeah,
bro. If
yeah.
it's not one thing, it's something else, right? And my
Yeah.
friends are like, bro, like, wow, like you've been working out for like 10 years, like how are you still like small? I'm like, bro, like there's a difference between lifting heavy and just like lifting to lift. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I'm in that mode where I'm like lifting to lift, doing some athletic stuff on the side, and then it's like just like trying not to get hurt, like trying to fix everything and then make progress after.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now too. Like, cause I don't think I ever like I still haven't had like my newbie gains, I think, properly.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
Like, cause I've like I worked out the hardest in high school because I was swimming. I was like on swim team in high school.
Nice.
And I still have like even from then I have like some leftover gains.
Yeah.
Like chest and back a little bit. But then I like in college after like at 18 I had that whole thing. I like really couldn't get into it.
Right.
So now I want to try to like especially get into yoga a lot more. So I've been trying to do that.
That's really good. Like
that's another thing.
holistic healing.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing, like, with all these types of things, and I feel like you can probably identify with this too, like, because you were saying that you did training, and are you still, like, doing training now, or?
I still do personal training, yeah.
Okay,
I have a couple clients that, like, I train kind of, like, on call.
Oh,
type of
that's
thing.
sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick. How did you get into that? What was the story with that?
Yeah, it was just, like, when I was 19, I think it was, like, literally the week after my ex and I split, like, first relationship ever, it was, like, fucked up about it type of thing. I, like, signed up for a 5K to run the week after that. Like, said fuck it, ran the 5K, and then like the next week I was at the gym and there was like the sign that said free personal training assessments, and I walked up and I was like, "Hey, can I get one of these?" And like, dude, just like absolutely put me through a workout that like I'd never felt
Wow.
before,
Wow.
and like I just kept wanting more, bro. I was like, because like by the time usually like people last like 15 or 20 minutes, I was going like 40 minutes in, and I was like, what's next,
Yeah.
what's next, right?
Respect.
Because I was already working out pretty intensely before then,
Mm-hmm.
but they were like dude, you slayed it, but like how is this different from your usual workouts? And I was like, bro, this I've never done a workout like this. Like, and they're like, well, do you want to do training? I was like, well, I work one shift a week at a bubble tea shop, so I don't really have money.
Yeah.
So somehow they hooked up like a very under the table deal.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out LA Fitness. And I met with the trainer like one time a month for an hour, and like in that hour I learned more than I could like on my own, you know.
Wow. Yeah, it's
And
true.
then,
Like you really
yeah.
need a mentor.
Yeah, 100%. Even now, I still have a trainer right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been training since 2014, so like 8 years in, and I'm still learning. You know,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. But then right after, I think 7, 8 months into that year of training, I asked my trainer, I was like, "Yo, dude, I want to do what you do. Like this stuff is fun. I've been like working out with my friends. I've been showing them some of the stuff that you've been showing me." And then he's like, "This is how you get certified, you know, blah blah blah." And then like 6 months later, like I got a job at LA Fitness, and him and I were coworkers.
Yeah.
And it was the come up, bro. It was like the
That is the
legit come up. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
after that, I
that's
started training my friends, and then trained Chanel for a little while here and there.
respect. Yeah,
And then,
dude. Yeah, I would love to do some
yeah.
workouts with you. Just learn stuff, and I
Dude,
think
yeah.
like I'm trying to find a trainer. I think like you probably know people a little bit further away from me, but I
Yeah.
think like
I can see who's near you in Flower Mound.
yeah,
And see if they make house calls or something. Yeah, I'll ask around my network, but uh, even I mean, yeah, I'm also down to like work out together too. Whenever
But
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
figure that out. Like
Hell yeah.
I'm always down. There's
Yeah.
there's like I go to there's a gym like 2 minutes away from my house, like the LA Fitness right here,
Nice.
or I go to the Lifetime in Plano. So it just depends on where I am that day, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me
We can
know.
sync
I
up.
would love to hop in and
Yeah,
do
yeah.
a workout or do like your what you call it
Prehab.
prehab.
Yeah, it's like pre-rehab. So it's
Yeah.
like not because rehab is for like when you've been
after.
injured.
Yeah.
Prehab is like injury mitigation. 'Cause
Yeah.
You can't prevent an injury, you know.
I like that a lot. I think like for me with the joints shit, like it was a lot of like ankle sprains, a lot of like
Yeah,
wrist sprains, that kind
yeah.
of stuff. So I'm really trying to be careful with it and like lightweight, lots of reps, and like getting back into it. But yeah, I'm trying to do the personal or the PT thing for a minute,
Mhm.
like through this month. And I think I might just try to like do training soon.
Yeah.
'Cause I also think like if I leave, because I'm going to leave to Miami and then I'm going to leave to South America,
Right.
it's hard to have like a consistent guy.
Yeah,
So
of
I
course.
also want to find somebody in Medellin or in Buenos Aires. Like the problem will be like the language barrier, right?
Yeah.
Because I could probably get one for pretty cheap who's going to be pretty good, but then I'm going to have to like they might be like saying some word for a muscle group in Spanish that I just don't know.
You just don't understand it.
But
Yeah.
honestly, Google Translate is
It's so clutch,
good.
right?
It's
Yeah.
so good. You can even like hand it to someone; they can speak into it. So many times, like there'll be three of us, even with our combined Spanish, we couldn't figure out what someone was saying.
Wow.
And then we would just use Google Translate, and
And they'd speak into it.
and it would work. And
Wow.
I used it on dates. Like there was times
Oh, that's
where
badass.
yeah, like
Yeah.
literally no I mean, conversation could have happened, but with that phone, we were able to like talk about more meaningful stuff, philosophy,
Yeah.
you know, all kinds of stuff, right? Just because we had that, like,
That's amazing.
it's crazy. Like
That's
it's
fire.
just something that you just
Yeah.
don't even think about.
Yeah.
It's like we've solved that problem. It's
Yeah.
like before it would be like, oh, you're in your world, I'm in mine.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we could like even build a relationship.
Yeah.
Actually. Like we're learning because the coolest thing about going on a date with someone who doesn't even know you're both learning so much
That's
about your
insane.
culture, about your
Yeah.
language. That's something that's mind blowing. I think
Yeah,
is worth
yeah.
doing, but it also is like exhausting. I think
I
like
bet. Yeah.
like all of our friends, like we all said, like, man, we just want to like speak in English now. It's like so tiring.
Yeah,
You have to,
yeah.
like,
Time
always
consuming.
yeah, time consuming, and it is a nice like mental exercise to like go to a coffee shop and like have to kind of turn on a little bit more because you've been
Mhm.
practicing this language. And I got so used to it that when we're coming back, like I was in the airport in like Miami, and like I was like, oh shit, I almost started speaking Spanish and like just noticing
Yeah.
that type of stuff. But I think like it can be good, it can be really nice. But yeah, there is something else to be able to connect in English in the language you know and are fluent in.
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to find this balance because I also think that learning Spanish is just really really cool. It's been really fun to like feel more and more fluent in a language, like understand a group
Yeah.
of people, a culture, and like reggaeton is so good. Like
Reggaeton, yeah,
it's
yeah,
so good.
I've
man.
heard.
So like, and also the clubs there, the music there, the dancing there. They have a
yeah.
culture like you know how women evaluate men on all these different axes.
Dancing
right?
is a big
Dancing
evaluation
is one of
there,
those.
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're literally like the male approaches the female and
Yeah,
engages
yeah,
like
yeah,
that type
yeah.
of shit. It's straight up that
Yeah.
on the dance floor they like feel
That's
you
the
out
game,
how you
bro.
yeah
That's
that's the
game.
game. It's a big
Yeah.
part of the game. It's another like area that you have,
Wow.
and it's cool to like have that new playing field.
Yeah.
And also to be bad at as fuck, like
To be what?
to
Yeah.
be bad at
Yeah,
it, to
yeah,
like
yeah.
learn. I would say I'm like better than the average American,
Yeah.
but the average like Colombian, no,
Next level,
yeah,
yeah.
an
Next
average
level.
Colombian can dance pretty well, can salsa, can do bachata, can do like
Literally,
maybe a
like
couple
Mr.
other
Studio Girl
yeah.
type shit.
Yeah, exactly. The average
Yeah.
Colombian
Feel like that.
dude can probably do a little bit of dance, whereas the average American dude, maybe he can get drunk and move around a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
Get loose,
the
yeah.
standards are so low. Like even like there's so many dudes who can't even get loose.
Yeah.
They're like on a dance floor and just like, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they can't do it.
Yeah.
So like the standards are so low here for that type of stuff. But I think like being in a place where they're higher has been pretty nice. It feels good. Sometimes it feels good to be worse because you're learning.
Yeah, because then you can. The next step is like huge for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I was talking to a friend of mine about like habits, hobbies, all that type of stuff. It's like just ways to measure time. Like I think like it's hard to see how much time has passed in life, but when you're learning new things, like constantly, like
Where are you at the beginning? Where are you at the end?
Yeah.
How much time has elapsed in between?
yeah, exactly. Like he was learning rock climbing. He was like, yeah, now I know I can do like this thing in the gym and that path or this path, and I know this technique now. And like 6 months ago, I couldn't even do that at all.
Yeah.
Like and it's the same with like weightlifting, with dancing, with like Nintendo Switch or whatever, right?
Legit, yeah. Like, yeah, everything. Like, I noticed that in all those things you were saying, because I have friends that like rock climb, friends that like play basketball, friends that play hella Smash Bros. And it's like back when they first got the Switch, it's like we were all on the same level.
Yeah.
Because none of us had the game.
Yeah.
And they've had the game for like 6-7 months, and now like I can't
Yeah.
lucky to win a game against them.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that. It is nice to get good. I'm like training now. It's Smash.
Dude, yeah, you got to, bro. Bro, if you're, I don't know how long you'll be here for, but like next time we have a Smash night, I'll hit you up. You
Oh,
should
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
come through,
Yeah,
bro.
hit
These
me up.
guys are good though. Like they fucking
I'll
wreck.
get wrecked. I'll get
Yeah,
wrecked.
yeah, they
I'm
wreck,
not that
bro.
good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at video games because I like
Yeah.
for a while I didn't play.
Yeah.
But now it's just been fun. Like I got Breath of the Wild.
Oh, Zelda?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a big Zelda guy. Like,
Dude, yeah.
I love those games. Are like they're very like engaging.
Yeah, and it's kind of relaxing too
Yeah.
to like be out there. Like Breath of the Wild is so like
Open world,
expansive,
right?
open
Yeah.
world. Yeah, I really like
Yeah.
that.
Dude, like I don't know if you ever grew up on like RuneScape.
I did.
Dude,
Oh,
like
yeah.
RuneScape was the shit,
was,
bro.
dude.
Like
Hell
literally
yes.
open
Hell
world game,
yeah.
open world game. Shout out RuneScape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
RuneScape for
Yeah.
real. Oh man, so much of my childhood was
Yeah,
that.
so much, dude, and it's so nostalgic. Like I'll still like open it up every once in a while, and like it doesn't hit the same now, but like the feeling of like playing for the first time as a kid, like not knowing anything and how to be like
Yeah.
not be efficient at all on any skill, like you're like, yeah, like I'm just gonna chop trees for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god, today was such a great day. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
I remember I would wake up early as fuck.
Yeah,
to,
dude.
like in the morning. I
Right.
was so excited.
yeah.
Like that level of childhood excitement about like cartoons, video games,
Oh.
it's unparalleled.
Dude, what were like your top 3 like childhood shows that you watched?
Childhood shows. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Okay.
was mad up there for me. What else? Probably SpongeBob up there for
Yeah.
me. I liked. There's a lot of PBS shows that I really.
Oh, like
fucked with.
Clifford and shit.
Like Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah,
That was-
Arthur's
yeah.
probably top 3.
It's like literally 6 p.m. every day after school.
Arthur,
Like,
Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase. I don't think I ever watched that one.
That was another like PBS show.
Oh,
That would
okay.
like go into computers and shit like that.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, kind of like
Yeah.
Mega Man.
Kind of like Mega Man, but it was
Yeah.
like all educational and
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
There's a bunch of PBS ones. I also like I would come home around 5 and like my parents would not be home when I was
Yeah.
like even in like late elementary school, and so I would just watch like daytime TV. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I watched like fucking Jerry Springer and shit.
Judge Judy and like all
Judge
that.
Judy, Oprah. I would watch
Yeah,
Oprah and
same.
shit. And I also watched like Malcolm in the Middle, like Simpsons.
That's such a good show.
Yeah.
I grew up on The Simpsons, bro.
Yeah, me too. The
Lots
Simpsons.
of
was
learned
really
lots
good.
of cuss words from The Simpsons.
Yeah, true. I feel like I learned how to be an American because, like, I like for me, I was born here, but my parents only taught me Bengali. So, like, even growing up, I would go to the neighbor and like be speaking like the neighbor's kid and try to play with him.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know English.
Oh wow.
But like in school, I started to learn, and I think like a lot of my education was like television, like coming
Dude,
from like,
cartoons
yeah.
helped me learn English too. I had an accent when I came to America. I was only 5, but like, staying up watching TV like really helps you
Yeah.
learn not the culture, a little bit of the culture, but like a lot of like how to pronounce words properly, and
Yeah.
just kind of tunes your. Like I lost my accent within a couple of
Yeah,
years, type of
TV
thing.
is powerful for that.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people shit on TV and for good reason, but someone was talking about on a podcast, maybe it was Peterson, Jordan Peterson. He was saying like although like on average, like for certain people who could be reading more and who are on like the upper echelon of like the like whatever like the bell curve,
Hmm.
like that maybe could benefit more from just like going more to reading and not
Hmm.
watching so much television. It brought everyone like forward. Like if you think
Yeah.
about like kids who like wouldn't even like they have like parents that are just not there at all. Like you can just turn on the TV and the kid like hears all of this
Yeah.
language
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
content and gets all
It's
this
like
content.
interactions.
Exactly, like that kid might have not had any speaking ability at all because he would just not like taken care of. But
Yeah.
now because of television, you like bring him more or bring her like more to the middle.
Yeah.
So it's like actually been a huge advancement
Yeah.
for
Level
people.
playing
Yeah,
field.
yeah, leveling the playing field. Like, and for us, like for people who are like upper middle class, like it's like oh shit, it's like yeah, I should just be reading more. But I think it's still been really good overall
Yeah.
for like society.
Yeah.
And now like there's so much like crazy art, like these long form TV shows and stuff. We're like in a renaissance of TV. Like it's bad. It's too much, dude. I
It's a
can't.
lot, man. Yeah, I don't have a. I mean, like my buddy signed on to my Apple TV and signed into his Netflix. So, like
Mhm.
I have that I use sometimes. Like my dad canceled our Netflix membership like a long time ago.
Yeah,
We don't have
it's
like HBO Max or
yeah.
anything. I mean, they have some weird shit downstairs they watch. Like,
The Eagle
you know,
TV, is that what it's called?
dude, maybe it's like the stuff
Yeah.
that like every brown parent
Yeah, it's
has.
like the
Yeah.
one that's like $5 or something.
Yeah, it has
but
like every channel. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
So
think
they
my
watch
parents have
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's been nice just like not having like I think we stopped having cable TV in like 2014.
Yeah,
That's so nice because dude, commercials, fuck that.
yeah, straight up.
Like
Commercials, yeah.
yeah.
It's weird now because like
Yeah.
on YouTube or on the internet, commercials are so specific to you.
Tailored, very
Like,
tailored.
I remember like a year or so ago, I was at my friend's place, and she's like, it was Oz's place, and
Oh, yeah.
she's like did like brokerage and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like I was watching TV with her and her friend, and they're both like in brokerage and mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
So all their ads were like super like you should use this brokerage product or this like.
Wow.
And I was like, we were smoking. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh yeah, I see this ad like 5 times, and I was like, dude, I don't know like what.
I've
this
never
is
seen
at
that
all."
before. Yeah.
It's just weird to like get a glimpse into the like the advertisements in their world.
Right.
Like for me, it's all like software related and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this type of shit, and I'm just used to that. But they're like, yeah, the fact that it's got
Like
so
listens to you,
specific.
bro.
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
why those like Amazon suggestions pop up
Yeah.
like after you've
Yeah.
talked into your phone for a little bit. Bro, watch, like we're gonna go home and like our thing's gonna be like bidet recommendations or something like that.
100%.
Like,
Yours will definitely. I got
Yeah.
a couple now, but maybe they'll try to
Yeah.
sell me another one. Those motherfuckers, dude.
dude,
they don't stop,
they're
they don't
crafty.
stop.
They're crafty,
Yeah.
bro.
They were like, I know a friend of mine. He was saying he worked at this research lab where he only brought his phone, like, and that's it, no work laptop, nothing. And he would travel there and back, and he had a computer that he wasn't logged into where he searched for specific parts for like the research that he was doing. He came back, but because the phone was close, like to that computer, he was on his phone later on, and he saw ads for like those same parts he was looking for.
Wow.
So they use like GPS locations. They use like
crazy.
all of this data to figure out. Because I don't know if they're actually listening, but I think like just the fact that I'm near you right now, like my phone is near yours.
Yeah, yeah.
It might show you certain things.
Like
that we-
both of our previous histories or whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It could show you things, and then I think we may or may not talk about it, but like just the fact that I search something or you search something, like maybe supplements or
It could
whatever.
pop up like from my Mac onto your iPhone or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. I think like
That's
it
crazy.
uses the amount of data, bro. It's just insane. Like
Yeah.
they have complete control of a lot of things,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, it's just gonna get way worse.
Big brother, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna.
If you know, you know.
Definitely, I'm on some list. Like recently, I read the Unabomber's Manifesto.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's very good.
BB Cooper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Is that somebody else?
Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, Ted
Ted
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski. So Ted Kaczynski was a bomber in like the 80s, 90s, and so he wrote like this manifesto that's like quite a few pages, but he basically said that like technology is progressing too far, it will destroy society, and like
Wow.
he threatened to bomb like these certain places if the manifesto was not published. So and then he
Wow.
got it published,
Yeah.
and it's still available. Like, and I highly recommend anybody if you want to be on the same list I'm on, you know.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a read because I expected to like, oh, this is just gonna be some crazy dribble, like 19 pages of nonsense. But like from the very beginning, it's like, holy shit, this is insane.
Oh
Like
wow.
this
Like
is
this
like
guy's actually knows what he's talking
yeah,
about.
this is accurate as fuck. Like everything that he said about like technology moving at a pace that will like disadvantage certain people, that will take us in places that are dangerous, that could like, and I mean, you know, maybe some of these things are part of like a certain like political ideology anyway. So it's, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But I think yeah, it's surprisingly accurate, and I found like quite a few things I agreed with, which you wouldn't expect from like someone they've just like straight up like, you know, this is a criminal like
Libel,
bombing.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, like you know,
Dude,
psychopath or whatever.
I'm gonna check that out. Do you just type
Yeah.
in Ted Kaczynski
Ted,
manifesto?
Ted Kaczynski or just Unabomber manifesto.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on that list right now, man.
There's also a Twitter edit that a friend of mine sent me. It's like a video set to like Kanye's All of the Lights, where it's like and it just like has like shots of him and like technology progressing more and more, like Facebook and the CIA, FBI, or whatever. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Man. It's hilarious. It's what convinced me to read the manifesto.
Dude, yeah, send me that. Send me
Yeah.
that for sure. Dude, speaking of Kanye, the one thing I wanted to talk to you about was, and I guess we can touch over this pretty soon. I gotta dip out of here in like 15, 20 minutes, but
no worries.
I want to talk to you about like hip hop, like modern day hip hop. What do you like? Chanel told me that you like reviewed the Kendrick album in detail.
Yeah,
I don't know if you are big on Pusha T.
I am pretty big on him.
The
Yeah.
It's Almost Dry album.
I really fuck with that.
Dude, yeah, those are like my two favorite projects this year.
Yeah.
I really like Logic's album,
I haven't
Final
given
Days.
it listen yet. I've heard good things. I've
Best
heard
bars
good
he
things.
spit in a decade
Wow.
type of vibe.
Dude, I was on Logic in like the mixtape days, man. I really,
Like
really
Young
fuck with it.
Sinatra,
Young
like
Sinatra.
OG Young
Yeah, that
Sinatra.
whole
Yeah,
series.
Bobby Tarantino.
Yeah,
like all
I was
that,
really trying to be on Rap Genius around that time. Like
I
in,
love Rap
yeah,
Genius, bro.
dude. I like annotated some of his early bars.
Oh yeah?
There's some Wu-Tang references. I remember like no one had caught them yet. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is a fucking Wu-Tang reference. I
Yeah.
annotated it. I didn't get too far in that game or whatever
Yeah.
of like doing the annotations, but like I like Logic was probably one of the first rappers that I like got really into, like in terms
Dude,
of
he was
lyrics
he's
and stuff.
good, man. He's like, I mean, anybody with like 16 albums is gonna have a couple that aren't, you know, don't live
a
up to
couple
the
of- yeah.
yeah. But I mean, man, yeah, like the Young Sinatra series, like Bobby Tarantino. I mean, the one before he retired for like 9 months.
That
Was it good? No Pressure.
No Pressure, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that was such a good
Yeah,
album, bro.
No Pressure is super good.
I fuck with every song on that
I
album.
really liked Under Pressure.
Yeah,
a
Under
lot,
Pressure is
too.
really
Under
good
Pressure is
too.
super
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Under Pressure, No Pressure, and I'm sure Vinyl Days is gonna be in my top
Yeah.
few. And then before that, just like his mixtapes and stuff. But I fell off for a bit because I do think like I agree with some of the critics in that like he like is very good at emulating different styles.
Yeah.
And like his lyricism is almost unparalleled. But because he's like he doesn't have like that original like it factor. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, he kind
He
of
has
like,
bars. He drops great bars, but there's no like, oh yeah, like that's like everybody has like their own thing.
Yeah.
Logic kind of has like a little bit of everyone.
Yeah, he's like like a hip hop chameleon. He
Yeah.
can do all these, and that in itself is like a very impressive
trait,
skill set.
yeah.
But like now he's kind of branched out more, and I also think he's like he produced I think some of the beats on Vinyl
did,
Days, right?
he did,
So
yeah.
he's like proving himself to like do more than just that. which
Dude.
is mad respect.
He
Yeah.
produced this beat that like sounds like a Jay Dilla beat,
Wow.
and it's just like because it has that. It's mostly that like
Yeah.
that little siren thing that
Yeah.
every Dilla beat used to have on it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the Donuts era, like, and it's like. I'm like, wow, this sounds like this is really good. And I looked at who produced it, and I was like, oh wow, Logic
It's
produced
Logic.
it.
Yeah,
What?
he's good, dude. He's a
Yeah.
good producer.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna listen to that on the way back, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
listen to
yeah.
album.
That
I've never heard
sounds
it's a
good.
really good album.
That
But,
and then yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, let me
yeah,
like
so-
what are your thoughts on I guess like modern day hip hop I guess and
I can say them real
Yeah.
quick. So I think
yeah go
that
for it.
there's two lanes that I try to categorize rap in, and I think about when I like freestyle or try to write or whatever. And I'm not. I would say I'm like an intermediate level rapper. I'm not like super good, but I'm better than like probably a lot of other like rappers that I've met who are okay.
Right.
And I would say that like there's flow and then there's like lyricism and like lyrical
Yeah.
like, and I would say like flow, I try to like enjoy that and innovate in that in whatever way I can through freestyling, right? Like
Mm.
thinking of creative ways to like sound on a beat, and while still adding words. Like I think that's important too, like because words have a certain like characteristic and sound, and like
Mm.
there's like assonance, consonants, there's like ways you can do internal rhymes, there's ways you can like like really hit like certain sounds, like, and it's like it's different when
Yeah, yeah.
like
Certain rhyme
Kanye.
schemes, yeah.
Yeah, Kanye is super good about that.
Yeah.
Like
Window,
yeah,
Winslow, like yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's so many good ones. Like
Yeah.
I she in a birthday soup. What's that like the joy, that whole song, like that whole Kanye
Oh,
verse.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
she in a birthday soup because of the damn cake.
Oh,
Uh,
then I saw his damn face, and now she asked me to come all over her damn
Damn
face. Yeah.
yeah. There's like the
There's
way
one
in
more
which
line in the yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't remember those exact bars, but the way in which he delivers
Like the
those.
way he does the vowels and the
Yeah,
consonants, like makes it
exactly.
all like
So
flow well.
that's like an example of like the pinnacle to me of flow and lyricism,
Yeah.
and using the words in a way where like you're emphasizing the flow,
Oh,
and it's
okay,
like
okay.
because you're like, I mean, there's that Vox piece they did of Kanye using his voice as
The
a
voice, yeah, yeah, I seen
musical
that. Yeah.
instrument. Like that's where I think he like innovated, is like he pronounced the
Mhm.
word. And Eminem does this a lot too, right?
Mhm.
He has that famous like clip of that interview where he's like, I could rhyme orange,
Orange, your fridge,
yeah,
door hinge, yeah, yeah,
exactly,
porridge, yeah, whatever.
porridge. Like
Yeah,
he pronounces the word
the way he
differently,
says it,
and
yeah,
like that, and he does that to like he can just bend it, and he plays with the flow with the lyricism.
yeah.
So that's why I really like freestyling. But I would say those are the two lanes, and in the like flow lanes, there's a lot of innovators. I really like Smino, obviously like Young Thug,
Mm-hmm.
like Future, a lot of those like kind of like trap rap, Atlanta
Like the
rap
hot
scene.
beats
Yeah,
or like whatever, like
or
their
like the
own.
Florida,
Yeah.
like Florida rap scene, like Ski Mask the Slump God,
Mm.
X RIP,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like
Jeez.
Denzel Curry. I think Denzel Curry also is
Oh,
an
Denzel
example
Curry,
of like
yeah, yeah,
flow
and
and
lyrics,
lyricism.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I'm really interested in that, because I think to me it's more like the jazz, more like scatting, more, and also more can be more poetic, because
Right.
when there are bars, like when Denzel like hits bars and they're good, it's like on this lyrical like flow type shit that
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
feels different for me. So that's where I like really live the kind of music that I enjoy. And
yeah.
like that's like how I've kind of been thinking of it. And I also thought of an analogy, and I think that's probably the last thing I'll say is like people shit on like the trap rap and like the like kind of flow rap, and I think of it more like a kind of like the way that people looked at gladiators in like ancient Rome.
Mm.
So like we all like kind of want to be that guy in the center of the stadium that's
Right,
getting all this attention, but we also don't want to be at all, because his life
right.
is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
He's literally fighting for his
fighting
life.
for his life. Yeah,
And even if he lives in all this excess at times, like he's still like, so I think like artists like Nav or Future, or Young Thug or Gunna, who glorify this life of excess, like through their discography you can see how sad and how difficult
right,
their lives have been and still are. Like
right.
they still have to live in this like kind of state of fear. Like they're always having to flex, they're always on guard because people are literally trying to kill them in their cities, right?
Yeah, Nipsey, bro. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
RIP, exactly.
yeah.
So I think like I see this like them as a kind of like gladiator of the modern age. So
Dang,
we like
that's a
romanticize
really
them.
dope take.
Yeah, that's one I'm trying to work on, a longer like blog post.
That's a great piece to
Yeah,
talk about.
yeah. But that's how I've kind of thought about it, and that's how I've tried to explain to people who are like, I don't get it. This guy's so shitty. Like, why don't they just listen to Logic? Or there's like this like story.
Yeah, I've been in that
aspect.
boat sometimes
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, and then like my friend will play a Future song 12 times in a row, and then I'll catch something on the 12th listen. I'm like, oh, that was hot.
Yeah,
like
Future. Yeah,
yeah.
There's like
Spike Lee, Ice T, like whatever. Like I'm like, because I love. I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no,
I'll explain my thought after. But oh,
no. I was gonna say
yeah.
that like all of that like Future, like Young Thug, all of these types of rappers, they're on this like hustle grind,
Yeah.
which is just different. It's like a different kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
like Future was like almost like a businessman first.
Yeah.
Like Young Thug has like a bar where he's like, I ain't no rapper. I'm just chasing cheese. Like I'm just trying to get after these dollars. Like, and I can respect that in its own right. Like,
Yeah.
it's like doing anything to get to the fucking cream. Like, and like there's something I saw on Future where it was like a documentary of how he blew up, and he was one of the first people to like literally make music for strip clubs. Like people were playing music in strip clubs, but he was like, let me make friends with this producer and DJ in one of the prominent strip clubs in Atlanta, and let me just go straight to the market, right?
Let me just make music just for strip clubs.
And yeah, he did.
That makes sense.
And,
yeah,
like, that was part of his rise to fame.
Yeah,
is he established that connection. All of the like best strippers who are like straight up athletes, you know. At Atlanta, like if you're a good stripper at like good, you are fucking you're out working that pole. You're doing crazy shit, and so they're bumping his shit. Like he's built like a loyal fan base there. Like it's,
that's what spread. That's what got him.
It's
spread.
crazy. It's crazy. Like he's a businessman. He's straight up a businessman.
Legit.
Got respect. Yeah.
And he's dropping $3 million
a
year on chicks.
Exactly.
Like Kevin Samuels' video. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. But yeah.
3 mil,
good.
bro.
3 million, like 2,000 a year. That's not bad.
That's
2-3 million. Like
that's light work for Future.
Yeah,
man.
it is, man.
You know,
yeah.
You can do a deal with like Puma or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Next day, yeah. That's crazy. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Pusha T fan, right? And like he was saying in an interview, he's like Future to me, man, is one of the GOATs because like most people didn't listen to trap rap until Future, and then you know to really listen to really understand what he's saying, you gotta like run that shit back 2-3 times.
Yeah.
You know, and like to be somebody that can make somebody stop and listen to you over and over again. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Future. Like I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. Like I've listened to like a few of his songs, you know, like that, the Ice T White T, but like that one and the Puffin on Zooties one off this last album, of course, because it got big, and then you know Move That Dope, Push Up Pharrell, dope beat, classic song,
classic,
Blase. Like I've heard those songs, but like I don't know his like deep cuts at all.
Oh
you know?
I'll put you on, man. I
like
have been into Future since like some of his more early mixtapes.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine, shout out Andrew, if he's somehow listening.
Shout out Andrew.
He recommended Future early on to me, and he was like, "Yo, listen, this one Atlanta artist, like he's gonna blow up." I was like, "This is trash. Like this is never gonna like no way." And then like he did. He blew up. Yeah. Right. And I would say Andrew. Like he called it. He called it. He also called COVID too. Like that.
No way.
He's a very smart guy.
Dang.
If he's in town, you should hit him up.
I will.
He also, I would say he's one of the, because there's not that many universities doing quantum research. He's been doing quantum research for years now.
Wow.
I would say he's one of like probably one of the few people that really understands like quantum computing.
Dang, that's big.
Yeah,
dude. I would totally get him on here.
Super interesting dude. Super chill guy.
Yeah. If you like steak, medium rare, Andrew, you're up next. You're in the hot seat next, buddy.
All right, Bet. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. Wait. I got some more. I got some more stuff. I know. I will. We do got to roll on a little bit, but I was just saying that like and Andrew's gonna be here eventually, hopefully.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Maybe we'll see.
Know.
But so I have a couple more things, and then I have just like a lightning round, like kind of the questions I ask everybody.
Okay.
And that's just like literally like one sentence response. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you like we got maybe like 1 or 2 more things. I just want to ask you your top 5 favorite artist of all time, dead or alive. Like your favorite 5. Like who's on your top 5? Like hip hop, like dead or alive. That's not like objectively the top 5, but just your 5 favorites.
My 5 favorites. Yeah. So I would say Freddie Gibbs won.
Oh, okay, okay.
Gibbs is because like
Pinata,
he dropped Pinata. Like that whole era of albums, like it was in my time. Yeah. Right. He was coming up around that time. Like Pinata really hit, and I saw him live at this concert around when Ferguson happened, and he had just been shot at in Gary, Indiana.
Wow.
And like he came up on stage and he was like, "I'm like Tupac, but I lived." And we were like, just going crazy. And like there was all these cops there because everyone was smoking weed and just being belligerent.
Yeah.
And like at one point he just dropped the music. He was doing his bars a cappella, and he was like, everybody say "fuck police." We were like "fuck police," and we were like literally like looking at the cops after all that shit that was happening, and I like that like cemented him for me as like one of my favorite rappers. I still like just feel like I get chills. Yeah. His flow is unique. His like bars, delivery, everything. Like the shit. He's also like one of the last like I feel like straight up like legitimate gangsters. Like this.
Yeah, he's a G, bro. He's a G.
Pushing weight. Yeah,
literally.
So Gibbs.
Him and Benny, bro.
Yeah, him, Benny. Now all those guys like Benny. Like a couple like the what's their name? The name of their like area?
Griselda.
Yeah. Griselda Mafia.
Conway and
Conway.
I always forget the third guy's name, bro. I can't remember his name.
Westside Gun.
Westside Gun. That's his name. Yeah.
He has a pretty good album that I think came out like a couple of days ago. That's another one.
Oh, okay. I need to check that out. I'll
But
listen to that on my
but
drive.
yeah, so I would say Gibbs.
Uh-huh.
The rest might be more like
It doesn't have to be any order. Like maybe just
okay.
top 5, yeah. But
Okay.
if it gives number 1, then cool. But like, yeah,
Gibbs,
whatever, yeah.
Kanye for sure,
Yeah, of course,
massive
Ye. Yeah,
influence
yeah,
to so many people and to me.
yeah.
Gibbs, Kanye, probably Drake. Got to give it to him.
Dang,
Too. Like,
okay, Drake. All right.
is up there. I think like Take Care.
Yeah.
Like Even Nothing Was the Same. Some of his deeper cuts, older like mixtape shit as well. Like just like blew my mind. Like the R&B and the hip hop. And like his influence throughout. Drake, Kanye, Gibbs. Who else would I say? Who else is there? Nas.
Oh, classic.
Up there for
Yeah.
sure for me. Illmatic is probably still, even though now it's like almost cliche to say how good it is.
It
But
just
yeah,
was top tier.
it was top tier.
Top tier.
And like when I was in high school, I had like a 6 CD changer in my car.
Yeah.
And it was like stuck on just
That
like these
always
CDs.
like, yeah,
And I
always in
had
rotation.
Illmatic, and I always would play that.
Yeah.
So that's one for sure. So Nas, Kanye, Gibbs, Drake, and the last one, who would I put in the last spot?
That was a tough spot. 'Cause you
Yeah.
want to put so many people there.
Yeah, Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Good
yeah.
Kid, Mad
Timeless,
City,
yeah,
Section
timeless.
80.
Section
Like
80. I still love Section 80.
Oh yeah, same. I think
Yeah.
also he has like a poise and like a fucking like gravitas about him. Like he knows his place in society. Like he sees his impact. Like he's very intelligent. Like
Yeah.
you know, only rapper to win a fucking Pulitzer Prize. Also like deep like wisdom in some of his projects, and obviously
Yeah.
like To Pimp Butterfly,
TPAB, yeah.
insane,
Yeah, easy.
Damn, also crazy love.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I play that shit a lot. And yeah, I mean, I guess honorable mention probably J. Cole too, but all like pretty like popular, I would say.
Yeah.
Gibbs is the only exception that most people are surprised by, but that's like
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
for me.
But no, I understand that. I understand that for sure. Like
yeah,
when I hear that.
yeah. What about you?
Uh so the first CD that I ever got was Blueprint 1.
Nice.
So
nice.
Jay is there. I mean, this is in no particular order, but like people are always like, who do you like more, Jay-Z or Kanye? I'm like, bro, it's such a tough one.
Yeah.
But like
Hova, yeah.
Jay, like, dude, I
Yeah.
don't know, Reasonable Doubt, Jay, like,
Uh,
dude. So
I'm
yeah,
not a
so
businessman,
yeah,
I'm a
I'm a businessman.
businessman.
Yeah, like on the Diamonds remix, bro.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
very
so
sure,
good.
yeah.
When we were talking about that flowy thing, it's like that one song. I think it's Dead Presidents too. He goes like,
You made it.
sipping my taz in Nevada, haha, papa, like that
Yeah,
line, dude.
yeah.
Like that shit was sick.
Yeah, Hov was on some other shit.
Spent
for sure.
Japan, yeah, in the 10 major events. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like just that whole song was just so good. Like, I used to listen to that album every single day. Like when I was in my first year in college, like I went back and listened to a bunch of old Jay-Z, and I was like, dude, this is so good. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why doesn't the world know about this
Yeah,
album?
true,
like,
true. Jay-Z, I have been sleeping on him.
yeah.
I just got Tidal for doing DJing.
Oh, sick.
So like, because there's a DJ app where you can like stream from Tidal.
Oh, that's sick.
So I have it like I have a trial now.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Jay-Z shit is featured as fuck on it.
Of course.
Like, you know, 'cause
all
he
over,
owns it.
all over. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try to listen to more of his stuff. I slept on. I've listened to each of those albums, like Reasonable Doubt and some of these other ones.
Yeah.
But I haven't like really like. They
Dude,
didn't impact me
yeah.
as much.
For me, yeah, it's Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint 1, Black Album, 444, then everything else. But those four were just top tier. And then, you know, like Already Home off of Blueprint 3 and like those like random bangers he had
Yeah,
in
the
between.
Nom Encore.
Yeah, of course, bro. Like, everybody listened to that Collision Course
Yeah.
album in middle school, right?
Yeah, that shit is
Like dirt off
so
your
hard.
shoulder. I ordered a fucking frappuccino. Where's my fucking frappuccino? You know, it's like, and then drops in the dirt off your shoulders beat. Like
Yeah.
that shit was iconic.
Yeah,
Listening
straight
to it
up,
as like a
straight up.
13-year-old.
Yeah. Oh man. And Linkin Park, man.
Dude, yeah.
That's-
That was such a great collab,
Yeah,
man. So Jay, Ye, of course. Like, Yeezus is still like, I have the CD in my car. Like, that. I have Yeezus 444, and It's Almost Dry. Those are 3 CDs in my car that are just there all the time.
Those are good ass.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jay, Ye, Lupe Fiasco. Love the lyrical rap, plus like Chicago Boy, plus Lupe's Most Slim. Like just everything,
true.
everything about
Lupe's
him.
probably my top 10. I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh yeah. Like king of lyrical hip hop. Like even Rap Genius is like the king of like
Yeah.
something they say like of intricate hip hop,
Yeah.
intricate lyrics. Push, Mac Miller.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mac is also underrated as fuck.
Dude, I saw Mac in concert in 2015,
Wow.
and it was one of the greatest nights I've ever had.
Wow.
Like,
He's a talented
dude,
musician, man. He's incredibly
it
talented.
was it was amazing. It was like Tory Lanez opened for him, and
Mm.
like Tory Lanez is hanging. You've been to the Bomb Factory in Deep Ellum, right?
I think so.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It's like this two-story venue, just crowded, packed. There's like an upstairs like railing.
Is
like,
that where we went for Isaiah Rashad?
Nah, I think that was Southside Ballroom.
Oh, Southside Ball.
Yeah.
Right.
But this place like Tory Lanez is literally like climbing up the railings and like rapping,
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
on like King Kong type thing, and then like Mac Miller does like 2 encores of Weekend like off a Good AM.
Yeah,
Like
that album. Was
yeah, that album was amazing. It was a Good AM tour, and like it was just great, man. Like just being that energy and that atmosphere. Like this is when I was like a little more jacked, so like I picked up my buddy Namer, who's like almost 200 pounds, and then had on my shoulders, and like we pushed our way all the way to the front.
Yeah. Really.
Like with him on my shoulder, like, dude, it was the entire
You guys must have been
vibe, bro. The
insane.
entire vibe of the night was just like
Oh,
immaculate, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I've seen all those people live except for Push, and I got Pusha T concerts. I got Pusha T tickets for the concert on October 10th. It's at House of Blues. And like as soon as that hits, bro, I'm gonna see everybody live, and I can't wait.
Come through with
Dude,
you.
please,
Yeah.
bro, that'd be
I've been
sick.
bumping It's Always
Yeah.
Right a lot.
Yeah.
Pusha T is also underrated. He's super good, man. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, man. Like the Warped, I understand, it's like that luxury street rap. Like he raps,
Yeah.
but he's been rapping with cocaine since like 1999.
Yeah,
Like, but it is what it is, man. Like I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Like I've never tried cocaine. I've never sold it.
Yeah.
I probably never will. But like, just hearing it is just like, it's just like when I heard him on New God Flow, it was just like, I believe there's a God above me. I'm just the God of everything else. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that shit
yeah.
just like
Everything
hearing that in
else.
you and everything else,
Yeah.
holes and everything else. Yeah, like, like you hear that and you hear success is what you make it, take it how it comes,
Yeah.
from My People's Dark Twisted Fantasy,
Yeah.
and then plus like the old stuff from Clips,
Yeah,
like the
straight up.
grinding beat, bro. Shout out
Yeah,
Pharrell.
he has like a persona on the mic and a sound and like a
Ah.
mischief, like
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like a
It's this sound. Yuck! Like that,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, dude! Every time I hear that, I'm
dude,
just
that
like,
Drake
yeah.
beef, I remember that. I was so
Dude,
hyped about
story
that.
about it though. I
That-
wanted Drake to
yeah.
respond so
Yeah,
bad,
he never
dude.
did, man. He never did.
Dude, I tell people all the time. So like, it's like in every group text I'm in, like I'm known as the guy who doesn't like Drake, right? And like, and everyone, I remember like in 2018, I'm like, oh my god, did you hear Drake died, bro? Pusha T just bodied him. Like,
They're like, no, I
they're
don't know
like-
what you're talking about.
yeah,
man.
I'm like, bro, go listen to
Yeah.
this, and everyone's like, oh shit, that was rough, man.
I couldn't finish it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
That I am definitely a Drake stan, but
Yeah.
he took a massive L.
Yeah.
I think I give Drake the clout because of the influence, like the the
Oh,
whole,
dude,
like
he's-
culture vulture type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether that's true or not, I think it is pretty true. But he ripped the sound of Toronto, like branded it and like
Made it his own,
yeah,
dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of the most influential people in music of
Yeah,
all time, for
yeah,
sure.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think so. That's why I put him in that list. I think like it's interesting to hear people's top fives because it's like what everybody has different ways in which they're like measuring
Yeah.
it, and so you could get into like meta conversation about like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are you optimizing
Very,
for? Is it
very meta.
influence, impact,
Yeah.
like lyricism? Like everyone, if we define it that far down, then you will all have different top five lists probably for different categories and
Yeah.
stuff.
True.
And,
yeah, if we were doing like a top 5 right now, it would be like Push, Logic, Kendrick, Rich Brian, surprisingly.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I really
And-
like 88 Rising stuff.
Yeah, A Rising is awesome. Man, who else have I been listening to lately? I can't even remember. JID maybe?
Oh, nice.
Like the whole Dreamville crew?
Yeah,
I like them a lot.
He did. Yeah, he's super good.
Yeah.
He dropped some stuff recently, or
Uh,
the Dreamville mixtape. Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah, dude, that Dreamville mixtape is just,
That-
you can just, it's just filled with bangers, bro.
That shit goes.
Like, I bumped Wells Fargo like 40 times when it came out. Like,
but I mean the new one. There's a new one. Yeah,
like a new Revenge of the Dreamers?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, it's
Dude.
check that out, dude.
I will.
There's a couple of straight. There's one called Stick. I think it's the first song in the album.
Yeah.
Oh, that album goes hard from the beginning, bro. I got a no stick. It just goes hard.
Ooh,
It's
I'm downloading that right now.
Yeah, bro, that one goes hard, man. But yeah, that album, Jid is on there a bit, like JD's on there a bit. and all of Dreamville's on there.
D-Day, a Gangsta
yeah.
Girls mixtape.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, literally came out May 31st.
Yeah, that one is a banger. That one is a
Sheck
banger.
West.
Sheck West is on there. Yeah,
Dude.
that one was surprisingly underrated, man. I think slept on.
I'm living Sheck West, bitch. I'm dying Sheck
Yeah.
West.
Yeah.
Dude, what? Wait, Mo Bamba Sheck
Yeah.
West?
Yeah, Mo
dude, I
Bamba,
haven't
Sheck
heard
West,
anything
yeah.
from him since then.
Yeah, he's on that first cut, that first song.
Stick,
and,
yeah.
It's like Sheck West got a motherfucking chopper. He goes off in that shit. Yeah, he goes off.
Okay,
in that
okay,
shit.
cool.
Yeah. That
yeah,
I would
fuck
say
this.
that song "Stick" is probably one of my top favorite from that album.
Nice.
I don't even think I've like. There's so much new music. I've been sleeping on a lot of it.
Damn, I'm sleeping on so much too.
And usually, like for me now with music lately, I've just been putting on like more instrumental type stuff, like funk and drift music. If you listen to that, like a lot of like drift music. Which is like great for driving too,
Okay.
Or working out too, because it's just like really fast paced, like hype EDM.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
And it kind of has like a southern rap influence. Like they'll sample a lot of like 3-6 Mafia and shit.
Oh, have you heard like the Still Tippin' EDM remix? Like
No, but yeah,
I'll send you that. Yeah.
I definitely send me that. Yeah, I love that like kind of rap influence. Like
Yeah.
they use like samples of that, or they like use voice or whatever, pitch it up, pitch it down, or whatever, and then they'll cut that in a drop or whatever. I love shit like that.
Yeah.
It's hard as fuck.
Dude, hell yeah.
But you did finish. You said Jay, Ye, Pusha T, Lupe,
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
That's
okay,
top five.
you
Yeah.
said,
That was it.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, man, that's like my solid. Yeah, as soon as, dude, I can't wait to see Push live, man. That's gonna be such a hype concert.
Yeah, that would be sick. Damn.
But yeah, you ready for this lightning round?
Yeah.
Just like quick one sentence, like whatever first comes to your mind. All right.
Okay.
Top 3 movies, go.
Top 3 movies. Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
You don't have to
Goodfellas.
respond fast. You can think about them, but yeah, go.
Okay.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that recently. I want to say just all Scorsese because Goodfellas. Fucking The Departed.
Oh,
and
okay.
and yeah, I'm just gonna say all Scorsese, like
Okay.
3 Scorsese films.
Sounds good.
Goodfellas, The Departed, and let's say yeah, what's another good Scorsese?
Wolf of Wall Street, Scorsese.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
All 3 of those I would say are top 3.
So, top 3 books that you've read.
Top 3 books that I've read. What have I read recently? I would have to, let's see. I really, damn, I have too many books and I'm reading a bunch right now.
That's fine. Like that you can say like books that you're currently reading too that you like already. Yeah.
I haven't finished any of them, but I think I really liked. I guess I would just say if I had to like go through the books that I've already read, there's a book that is pretty short on depression, which is really interesting. It's by Michael Korb, I think.
Korb.
It's called like The Cycle of Depression and Overcoming It. It's like a really short read written by like a neuroscientist guy. And that was pretty good, and it just like talks about how the analogy that I really liked from that book was I'm talking about the book basically like that the mind is like a microphone and speaker system, and like it can get into sort of feedback, and he had a bunch of like little random tips about like how to beat those types of things. Like one is like if you smile and make yourself loud, you go ha 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 ha, like your brain can't tell the difference.
Dude,
between
I do that shit all the time.
Dude,
yeah,
it legit works.
Yeah.
Your brain can't tell the difference. So
it
makes
really
you
can.
happier.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little tiny hacks in that I really like. Another book that I really like, how to read a book.
How
To
yeah.
read a book.
Yeah.
It's by some guy from like the 70s, some like professor, and it talks about like how to get more from your reading, like taking notes on the side, like how to like go through a book really quickly and get
use the
value
table of
from it.
contents to see what you need from it.
Exactly,
yeah,
like
I think I've heard of
nonfiction.
that. Yeah.
It's very good. It's very good. A lot of like if you read or heard of that blog Farnham Street, he cites that book as like a pretty influential book in how he started to approach reading. So I ended up reading it myself, and I really think like it's worth a read. Even though his blog post is pretty good, there's a lot of specific details about like especially if you're trying to get a lot of value out of a nonfiction book. Super good. And I guess like there's so many books, it's hard for me to pick, and I'm like but I would say another one that's very short and most people could read it in like one sitting for like an hour. It's called Free Will. It's an essay by Sam Harris. It's not even really a book, it's an essay, but you can buy it as a short little book.
Perfect.
And it just talks about how he thinks that we do not have free will. And so he defines that very narrowly.
About that.
So I would say like you can still beve in free will, but he doesn't believe in this one specific aspect of like choice that we sometimes think we have, like this kind of like almost ultimate god level ability to decide where our lives are.
Right.
Like in realizing that that doesn't exist, it leads to a lot of like downstream effects that can make us more compassionate. It could change our legal system. It could make life less stressful. Because if you recognize yourself as more just a system, like that takes in inputs and responds with outputs, in the way that we think about like a dog or like a cat or whatever,
Right.
like you know, like, oh, I should probably give myself good food, then maybe I'll be less angry. Like
Yeah, yeah.
thinking about it like that, it really helped me to recognize.
Streamlines your
Yeah, exactly.
your life.
I think like because usually we give ourselves like this, we put ourselves in this like supreme status as humans that like we can, you know, I don't need to eat, I don't need to sleep, I can just like do all these things. And I think like that at first depressed me because I was like, oh, I don't have choice. But then I realized like, oh, I don't have choice, and I'm gonna be in this kind of set of moods. I can like eliminate a lot of these factors. I can optimize. So I really like that one, and I think it's one I can recommend easily because anybody could read it pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it's super compelling, man.
The name of it is Sam Harris and
It's just called Free Will.
Free Will,
It's like
okay.
an essay on free will.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Go check that one out. Favorite way to spend a rainy day?
Favorite way to spend a rainy day? I would say I really like just sitting outside someplace where you can see the rain, hear the rain, smell
Yeah.
the rain.
But
So,
not
like,
get rained on.
Yeah, but not get rained
Yeah.
on. So like we built like a patio cover recently. So sitting out there with my dog, maybe with my parents. I think like it'd be nice to read a book. Now I got that Switch. So I'd probably
Oh,
like
you play outside?
play
Yeah.
the Switch outside. Yeah,
Nice.
that would be a nice rainy day.
Solid. Describe your ultimate sandwich.
Ultimate sandwich. I really like Cubans, like Cuban sandwiches.
Okay.
They're super good. Not halal.
Yeah.
This pork, but
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. No, no
but
judging
that-
here.
Cubans are up there. But like the one that I make a lot is like chicken breast that's sous vide. So sous vide, marinated sous vide
Nice and
chicken breast,
juicy, yeah.
nice and juicy, cut it finely. Avocado, and then just like sprouted grain toast. Maybe you put a little bit of like avocado butter or something, but really just like the avocado and the chicken, and like slice it. You gotta cut it, you know. You gotta cut it
Yeah,
diagonally,
yeah, of course.
But yeah, that is pretty damn good. So
Solid.
avocado, chicken, and bread. Yeah,
Avocado, chicken breast, and bread.
yeah.
Second last question. Dinner with two people, dead or alive. Who are they? And give me a quick
Dead or
quick
alive.
reason why.
Richard Feynman.
Okay.
I think he's like prolific, incredibly intelligent, witty. Like summarize a lot of physics in ways that are like insane to me, just brilliant. Because I think part of intelligence is being able to like take complex things and say them in like pithy
Basic
ways,
terms. Yeah.
analogies. Like he has like his whole like Feynman technique of like, you know, you don't really know something and you can until you can teach it to a kid.
Right.
So I would love to meet him. He's dead, R.I.P. And then, damn, who else? Maybe I think like some kind of creative. Probably someone who had passed away. Maybe someone in India's history. Maybe Rabindranath Tagore. So he was like a prolific poet, and like a writer and like Bengali visionary. He wrote
Okay.
the national anthem of Bangladesh and India, and he won like the Nobel Prize for literature. He had like these long talks with Einstein. There were
Yeah.
like, philosophical conversations about the nature of reality. He was like a super genius dude. And
Sick,
like,
okay.
so I think like those two, and it would be interesting to talk to.
That'd be a
yeah,
very interesting group of people
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, talk to both of them, see how they
Yeah.
are. I wouldn't even want to say shit, dude, because at that
Just
point,
listen to them talk. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have too much to offer
that'd be cool.
to that conversation.
It's always that's one of my favorite questions I love asking because it's always two different people I'm never expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Those are all good questions.
100%, man.
The movie one, like, dude, I like film so much. Lately, I've been on a Scorsese bend. So
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, it's like whatever you're feeling at the time,
Yeah,
you know. And the last one is, what's your favorite? Do you karaoke?
I do.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
I would say, "I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys.
Oh,
Lots
I
of
got
high
you.
notes.
Okay, yeah,
If
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
drunk, I
Hey, you
really
get up
mess
there,
it
huh?
But
Wow,
fuck it, you know.
that's what's up.
Yeah, I did that one in Medellin,
Yeah,
in a club, and that was it was lit. It was very.
bet you got some after, huh?
No, I had to leave. But I
dude.
did get like some claps. I got 'cause,
Yeah.
like karaoke there. You know how like here we do like these rooms and stuff.
Over there, it's in the bar, right? In front of everybody.
Yeah, it's everyone. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I went to a country bar in Oklahoma on the way to like our campsite
Mhm.
because like my friends wanted to get food, It was karaoke night, and I was like, "Hey, you have Gold Digger by Kanye and Jamie Foxx?"
Yeah.
Rapped it in front of a room full of white people, and like they loved it, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the one song I can do without looking at the screen. So like I'm active and I'm dancing.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
Like,
Looking at
I'm
the
like,
audience
there's this
and
in the
stuff.
back. You gotta roll up this. Yeah, I'm doing all that
Yeah.
shit, right? And then afterwards, these two black guys come up to me and they're like, "Bro, you should have just dropped the N word. You should have just said it, bro. You got the pass, bro. You do that. You got the pass." And I'm like, yeah, but dude, you never know. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna just say it in a random
Yeah. Random
place.
bar.
Yeah. That's it. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool. And then this last part, I guess, it's kind of surprise. You know, it's only happened once before because I've only had one other musician on my show, or on the podcast. Can you kick a little freestyle?
I could if you play a beat. Yeah,
Dude, I will play a beat.
Yeah.
Do you have any preference on beat? Do you want something old school? Something
Let's see.
like-
Probably old school. Probably old school.
Dude, I think I got something that might
I could do a couple
surprise
bars.
you.
I could do a couple bars. Try that.
Yeah. I think I got something that might throw it back just a little bit. Let me see if I can find the instrumental.
Yeah, I love to think about words and to freestyle. And
Dude, I know.
I'll
Just that one day in the
Yeah,
car, bro.
yeah.
Like that was very inspiring. Like
Hell
just
yeah,
for me
dude! And I
as
think
a,
that I saw like I'm not on social media as much as sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I saw that you were freestyling at some point, like in a story, and it was pretty good, man. I think like
it was like
yeah.
outside of 77 one day.
Something- yeah,
Dude,
something
yeah.
like
I think
that, yeah.
I think it was literally like 2 or 3 weeks after that we had linked up last summer.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Sahir, you know Sahir,
Yeah.
Yeah, because he beatboxes really well, but he
Yeah.
also likes to rap, and he likes rapping with like SAT level words, like off rhythm sometimes. But he's really good. But like,
Dude, I would love to rap
yeah.
with him.
Dude, we should all
do
get
it,
together and just cipher, bro.
Yeah,
Like, cause my friend
ciphering,
Taylor freestyles as well.
Ciphering is so fun.
Yeah.
Man. It's one of my favorite because it's also just such a nice mental exercise. Because like conversation is very similar. You're just like following like wherever it takes you, you just go there.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I think I got something for you.
All right,
that you
bet.
might like. Here, you can. There you go. Yeah, you can just kind of put that in front of you. However, yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then get a little closer to the, yeah, there you go. Let me know if you want this louder or softer.
I always hear J. Cole's recent freestyle to this now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I hear his flow on it.
Yeah.
Off the top, I just kick it off the dome, and they wonder how to do it, and they wonder how I'm just kicking it in your home. And when in Rome, gotta do like the Romans do. And of course, it's true, like true and true. That's the opposite. I'm switched that like it's Boolean logic. I'm like the Boolean logic. I'm talking computer science. They don't know how I do it. I just justify it. I come through with the rhythm and the rhyme without no reason. I just come through define it. I do it for the vinyl. All sales is final. Like I'm Lionel Richie. They wanna just play with me, but I'm prissy. Cause I get mad, bitches, are you with me? But yeah, they could feel this and they trying to will and deal this and they know them. Say some word, I'll try to go off like
Jordan.
I'm like Jordan, game 6, and they know that I could do this. Like I'm insane with it. I'm quick with it, and I'm quick with it. They don't know how I got it, but I got on with it. And I'm sipping from the hydro flask, and I might just pass go collect $200 like it's Monopoly. They trying to stop me, but ain't no stopping frisk. I'm pissed. I'm about to go off and then just spit. They wonder how I did this shit. It was written like Nas had said. I got that crazy flow coming out my head. I stack the bread like Jesus Christ, like beans and rice on the side of the plate. I'm like Jesus. They wonder how I do this.
Colombia.
I wrap up the noose and I'm trying to be out in Colombia. They wonder how I've been so Colombia. I'm a star like a bar. Medellin, Colombia. I've been to Colombia in Germany. They say wonderbar. They wonder how I got it now, and then they see me let it go. I'm about to let it off, set it off like a Molotov. I'm about to get it all explosive, and it's like West Coast shit. They wonder explosive West Coast shit. Yeah.
That's fine.
Explosive West Coast shit. Yeah, I gotta slow down more with the freestyles. I get too amped and go real fast. But one more word. Let's see.
You want a different beat or you want?
Oh, we can keep going with this one if
Okay.
it's still
Yeah,
going.
go
Yeah,
for it, go
I
for
can do
it.
it for a little. Yeah.
Here, let me move this in.
Yeah. What's another word?
Get a little bit closer. Start from the part right here. Magnesium.
magnesium. I headed straight to Elysium like I'm Gladiator. They see me, I'm no fornicator, but I have been before, and they know that I'm not on a fornication vacation. That would be masturbation, but they see me playing like I'm on the radio station, and they wonder how I'm about to cross like the intersection. Like the intersection, I cut it in half, and I'm like Gandalf, you shall not pass. I got the staff, and like not the infection. I'm not need an not the infection. I need an injection, but none of that shit. I see the CDC. They telling lies to me, but I could do this shit for free. But this freestyle ain't free, and the dick ain't free. Like Kenny Dot said, they know that I'ma come off the top head, and they know I got that PT. He do some PT. I see me. We could scream for ice cream, and then oh damn, okay. PT physical therapy. I'm on top of it. Like they all be staring at me. I'm jumping off the ledge. I'm gonna go insane, and then I'm about to go damn physical therapy. Barely. You got one going?
Physical therapy, they barely hearing me. You know what it is when I be like Harry Potter 3 when prisoner Azkaban, and I'm trying to get me back to the master plan. Call me Sonic, call me Master Eggman, yeah, cause I'm trying to seal the chaos emeralds. You know what it is when I go off the femoral artery, cause you know I be like part of me, cause I say that's art to me. Yeah, that's Artemis, got a war. You know what it is, it's Heart of War. Part of war, like a Padawan, Star Wars, yeah, going off the top in the flow, a frizzy back, ready to glow, yeah, cause I got this sweat on my forehead, trying to catch this flow in this 93 till infinity, show you how we chill till we can't do it like a conduit, and tell you how like Kanye do it, or conduit like conceited, cause you know I be like history repeats itself. That's why it's always told from the winner perspective. I try when I fly, when I'm so fly like Drake in '09. Yeah, that's a reference I never thought I would make, but it's cool because I'm be like the brown Drake, call me break.
The brown Drake, call me break, and I'm breaking. See me on the road, and I'm swerving and shaking the car, shaking the ride. They see me, and I hop inside, and then I tell a hoe to hop inside with me. I'm doing like 50 on the 350, going like 135 on I-35. They wonder how I'm swerving inside my ride, and then I find it inside, and then I'm not. I gotta take another look at this book. It's not Facebook, it's a MacBook, and I'm about to beat like a rook. I castle, and they see me. I'm the master to bring disaster to demonic chapters, and I shall be the king. They wonder how I step into the ring like Mike, but I'm talking Tyson, not Jordan. They know that I'm about to be sport and some Jordans. I need some breads that's a red and black. They know I'ma be seeing red and black when I'm aiming that right at your head, red dot like them Indians, and they know that I'm not Indian, I'm Bengali. I've been at one, and I need a girl in a sorry, I'm not sorry, I'm looking like Aziz. No, I'm sorry, maybe a little taller, a little better looking though, and I got that Kappa kind of flow, like Kappa step with it. They wonder how I did it. I went up, and now I'm in this muff and fitted. I know I got it, and now can't stop it. I just drifted this shit all for like a couple bucks. Don't let them know about it. I come through and they don't doubt it. I just spit this shit, I ain't gotta shout it. Oh, I ain't ever right. I come through and then I do something like him Himalayan on some sea bass Chilean, and she's Himalayan on some sea bass Chilean, and I'm filleting, and I ain't playing.
Dude, that was sick. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Woo. Dang, that was sick, man. If I was Funkmaster Flex, I'd talk some shit about artists doing it in 17 seconds. Talk your shit, Sway! Dang, that was so hype, man. That was fun. That was a good time.
I'm glad you hopped in on there.
Dude, thanks, man. Yeah. So like my one of my friends and I, we've just been kind of like whenever we're like working out or doing anything, like we'll say one thing and then like just try to like make a rhyme off of the very last word.
You got
yeah.
better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Compared to last time. Yeah, last time we linked.
Because now it's like cohesive, and I can see because like part of it is the creativity and thinking about different words. And you have that creativity now. It's like fine tuning it and stuff.
Just like thinking about like where like it's not there's not really a story yet, but it's like kind of just thinking what can I hit with this word, and then like a punchline maybe like 2 lines ahead that I want
Yeah.
to say. But
Yeah, it would be sick to make that because I had this idea when I was thinking about podcasts and how to do something innovative.
Yeah.
One thing would be to like kind of be like the Funkmaster Flex or the Sway like of
be the radio host of
be like
yeah.
so you have long form podcasts but there's a freestyle so everyone comes in
sick.
so eventually you start interviewing just anyone and
Yeah.
you get everybody to freestyle
Yeah.
but eventually you get like rappers on there, you get people who actually freestyle
Yeah,
to
yeah.
come on the show because like that's one big like appeal of like Sway and all these other
Right.
like freestyle oriented radio shows. Why
Right.
is there not a podcast that's doing that?
a podcast
Yeah,
that does that. That's cool.
has like a freestyle thing. Yeah.
This like kind of came like out of nowhere last time when I was talking with my buddy. His name is Jair Robinson. He like I'll send you his thing. It was the one before the previous one with Channel Zane and I, and he's been doing music. He's been rapping since like 2017, probably before that, 2016.
Respect.
And I just asked him, I'm like, hey, can Jair Robinson kick a little freestyle for us? And he's like, Jair Robinson can.
Yeah.
He talks in third person sometimes, but he's dope. And like the first one that we recorded, like my phone ran out of memory, and so like, and it was just fire, bro. Bars. I wish I had gotten that one, but he did another one that was still like heat, like.
Dude, I would love to freestyle with him as well.
Dude, I'm totally down for it to get all of us together. Let me know when are you leaving?
I'm here for through July. I still haven't booked for Miami, so I will this week. So this week I'm gonna. So basically, I'm like with two of my friends. We met at this crypto conference recently in Austin, and we had an idea for something. And so my friend, he was working at Coinbase. They had a recent layoff. My other friend also, he was like doing research at this university, and I'm also like kind of just doing my own thing with my little like lifestyle business. So I'm trying to like work on something like full time more.
Nice.
And so it lined up for all of us. We were all in like this house together in Austin, and so we started to like ideate more. We built it, and so we're just gonna keep working on it in Miami while I'm there.
Dude,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, I'm hype. Yeah.
Bro, yeah, that was fire. I'd be totally down to just like grab like I don't know 4 or 5 of us and then just like
Pass the
just,
beat around.
yeah, just turn the camera on, pass the mic around, turn like and then just like let a beat play for like dude. Honestly, we could like let the pound cake beat play for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like because there's that hour version on
that
on YouTube, bro. I love that beat.
Hard. That beat was hard.
Just let that shit go for a while and like yeah, I'm in Austin
Also-
this weekend, but
Like so I was gonna say like like we just started and we were already pretty decent. You get into a flow like when you do it for a while,
Yeah.
and then it just gets better. I do
Yeah.
think that at some point the creativity gets exhausted or that muscle gets exhausted,
Yeah.
and then it's very hard.
Yeah.
But I think that there's like optimal, and same with podcasting. I think like you start like initially it's like maybe a little rusty, and then at some point like I remember I was in Austin, we were trying to do a podcast, and then we left and we were in the Uber, we were all like on as fuck.
oh yeah, that's
like,
what happens, bro. Yeah, like once you get in the it's called the flow state.
Yeah.
You know, you get in the flow state, but then if you freestyle for like too long, or if you like do something for too long, then then you hit the peak and then you start like coming down. And there's like a point where like the optimal. I'm kind of making this up, but like
Oh,
it's
you're
also
right,
like
you're
legit,
right.
right?
This is
Like
how I
like you know,
experience
like
it,
you hit the like you start off here, but the optimal line is here, and then you hit the optimal line, and then you're up here, in like you're in the flow state for like a hot minute, but the flow state can only last for a certain amount of time until you come back down, and then you hit the optimal state again, and then the rest of the podcast is just like, or the rest of the freestyle is just like whatever. But
I think that if you can like really eventually, I think like really good podcasters, they're just quick at turning it on.
yeah.
Like and be in that state for
Right
way
there,
longer.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
And same with good freestyle rappers, good artists.
Dude, they just start, yeah.
They're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But it takes a lot of grind, man. You know, like all these
Yeah.
good ass podcasters that have been podcasting for like 100. You know, they got their 10,000 hours in.
dude.
So.
Yeah, like I mean, Joe Rogan, like what, he's on number 2,000.
Yeah,
each one's
insane.
2 hours.
Insane,
Like
dude.
yeah, and then the ones that he's been on, like yeah.
Yeah.
But cool, man. Appreciate you for coming.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug, man? Feel free to just shout out all your. I mean,
I'll plug it, but we
Instagram,
might
like, Twitter,
rebrand.
all
Okay,
that
sure.
stuff, like-
Instagram, rafi.fyi. Also working on a domain for that. That's where my blog
Perfect.
will be, rafi.fyi. 0x Rafi on Twitter, on other stuff, GitHub, whatever, for where I write code. And DCheck is the name of our startup, which is pretty, I guess, like low-key stealth now. But I'll plug it. We're trying to raise. So if any like VCs are randomly listening to this,
somehow, yeah. Shout out to VCs. Yeah.
check me out, hit me up.
Yeah.
DCheck, but check is spelled like the British way, like CHEQUE.
Oh, check.
So
yeah.
D
check.
check, like DE
Cool.
check with the Q. But yeah, hopefully I'll have more on like my side about my project with that. Yeah, yeah.
So,
But yeah, thanks, man. This was
dude,
dope.
this is
Was
sick,
super
man.
fun, man. I hope
Real big creative
yeah,
energy.
straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, big Daisy energy.
Big tasty energy, bro. BDE, baby.
Yeah,
BDE. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, we'll catch you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. And until then, hit the subscribe button or don't. I mean, it's your choice, free country. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Solid, dude. That was fun, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.